Welcome back to another episode.
Yo, welcome back. Welcome back to the Daily Yap. Welcome back to another Yappisode. This is Yappisode 45, man. We getting up there, Yappisode 45. No baby yet. No baby yet. But I do have news. We had our appointment, OB appointment Monday. What is it? Tuesday? Yeah. We had a Monday, we had it yesterday. And so today she was 39 weeks, but baby yapper number 2 is pretty big. And so they said that she is 39 weeks but he is 40 weeks in like a day or two. So he went from like 7 pounds and some change to like 8 pounds, 4 ounces in like a week. So they said that it will happen this week, guaranteed, whether it's naturally, whether it's induced or anything like that. So before Sunday, baby yapper number 2 will be here. He will be here. So it's great news. He is a growing child, growing infant, I guess, very fast. He's been like a week and a half, 2 weeks ahead of schedule this entire time, the entire pregnancy. So I'm really not surprised. But I guess it's hitting us a little bit more because now it's like, yeah, this is the week. They literally told us yesterday. It was like, yep, I mean, this is the week. Whether it happens naturally or not, it's happening. So we shall see. We have another appointment on Thursday. So they said if it doesn't happen naturally by Thursday, then Thursday will more than likely be like the appointment to, be induced. So exciting times are on the way. So that's the update on that. So we are good tonight. Everything is still normal. Obviously, we got a lot to talk about. I see y'all clocking me in the comments talking about I pushed the time back. My bad. I pushed it back 5 minutes and then I was 2 minutes late. My fault. I had put my son to sleep. Y'all know me. I got to take a good little nap while he's going to sleep. Got up, rode the Peloton. I don't know if anybody y'all did that. Bro, that Peloton is something else, right? Rode the Peloton and then had to grab a quick snack, tried to shower up, you know what I mean? And here we are. So my apologies, but yes, we do have a lot to talk about. Make sure you guys hit the like button on your way in. And if you are new to the channel, please hit the sub button. We are on the road to 25K, and I appreciate all the support along the way. A lot of ways to support the channel as well. You can always go to buymeacoffee.com. You can see me over there, JDYapper1, same username. You can also become a member as well. You can become part of the Yap family. Obviously, we have a lot of things planned in the future as far as this channel in general. So we're expanding, we're growing in this community, particularly. I'm trying to, the YouTube space where we're getting up there. TikTok, we've been rocking for years on TikTok. If you've been with me on TikTok for a while. So YouTube we're building. The Yap community is expanding in all different territories and platforms. So I greatly appreciate it. Without further ado, I won't do too much more yapping in the intro because we have so much to talk about. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's going to be a lot of content tonight because I have to obviously break down this Daily Mail article of what Erika said about Candace. I haven't read it yet, nor have I heard Candace's reaction. I got to watch the first half of Candace's show with the pictures and stuff like that, the SUV, but I didn't get to watch her reaction to the article, and I'm glad because I get to watch it together with y'all. So a lot of content tonight, so I'm not going to really go through the overview right now. You're just gonna have to follow me, okay? Whether you're laying down, getting ready for bed, y'all know what time it is. Just go ahead and relax and just enjoy the episode. Let me see. Change 10:45. We're ready for another episode. Let's get to it. I'm here, but on the road. Messaging will be off. All good. Thank you for being here. That's all that matters. Pulling the Candace on us, Jay. My bad. That's on me. I try my best. The Yap band, you got to be old enough to get one. Pretty cool. Your Yap family is growing to have members only as your actual fam is growing too. Yeah, I know. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Blessed all the way around. Blessed to be able to sit here and talk to the Yap family and the Yap community and expand what we've been building since January as a channel, but like we only been going live since like late March. So yeah, it's crazy. But without further ado, let's get straight to it. Apparently Daily Mail, CPUSA's best friend, they have released an article that apparently a family member of Erika, I don't even really know the situation. We're about to read it together. But the headline is pretty vicious. Let me pull it up really quick. As you saw in the thumbnail, the headline is pretty vicious. Erika hates Candace Owens. She thinks she's the ugliest person in the world. A soulless ghoul, Charlie Kirk's family reveal widow's private, what is that? Tirades? Y'all know me. I do not claim to be the smartest individual. Against podcasters she refers to as that biatch. Okay. All right. So let's get straight to it, because I don't, this really just came out of left field. This whole time I thought that there was a lot of forgiveness on their side. The TPUSA Christian organization that forgives everyone, including assassins. So, after a week or so, I'm not surprised, but I am surprised that this got leaked. I will say that. If it wasn't leaked, I'm surprised this just got put out. So let's look at what this says right here, and then we will jump straight into Candace's reaction to this, because I'm curious on what she had to say. If this is bad as I think it is, because it sounds terrible. So let me see. Let me pull this up big so y'all can see the article and not me. All right. Erika hates Candace Owens. She thinks she's the ugliest person in the world. A soulless ghoul, Charlie Kirk's family reveal widow's private tirades against podcasters she refers to as that biatch. All right, let's get to it. When Erika Kirk arrived in a tiny Utah courtroom earlier this month to face her husband's alleged killer, she expected to overcome with rage. Oh, she expected to be overcome with rage. It was the first time she had come face to face with Tyler Robinson, the man accused of assassinating Charlie Kirk, at a speaking event at Utah Valley University 10 months ago. And yet, in the place of anger, Erika instead felt an overwhelming sense of sadness. Boy, they love that word, huh? An overwhelming sense of sadness, compassion, even for 23-year-old Robinson and his family, according to two sources close to the Kirks. I keep forgetting that this boy is only 23. It's crazy because he only 23, but yet, Erika, Megan Kelly, all these, Andrew Covett, all of them be talking about how they want him dead. And it's just like, oh man, the boy only 23 years old. She was really concerned about being in the same room as him, Robinson. She didn't know what she was going to feel. She said that a lot. One family friend exclusively told the Daily Mail. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm reading this like so bad, as like English is my second language with the commas and stuff. She thought she was really going to be angry and mad, to really hate him, but she didn't. She just felt really sad. Overwhelming sadness is what she called it. It made her grieve even more. She didn't want to fight with him or his family. So you just gonna bust in here? You ain't gonna close the door behind you, bro? My dog just be acting like he live here. She didn't want to fight with him or his family. She said she almost felt compassion for Robinson, and definitely for his family, because it's just so sad that two families were destroyed that day. What do you mean you almost felt compassion? I thought you felt compassion the day that you forgave him in front of the entire world. But okay. In all, Erika sat through 5 move out the way, 5 days of testimony that laid out her husband's final moments in devastating detail. Prosecutors presented evidence they say proves Robinson assassinated Kirk, 31, including surveillance footage, the 4K footage, forensics, and testimony from the defendant's former transgender lover that they can't prove. They can't prove at all that these two are gay. Outside of Lance Twig saying, yeah, we started dating, but like they still can't prove any of that. I haven't seen a picture of them two together showing that. They can't even prove to me that Lance Twigs is transgender. He looks very manly to me with his blue collar job. That's not at all what I thought when they said transgender furry. Some pictures of the widow. Then it says a judge is now considering whether the case presented is strong enough to go to trial with a decision expected in September. Robinson is accused of fatally shooting Kirk on September 10th as the conservative commentator debated college students at the UVU campus, just a 10-minute drive from where this month's hearing was held. The killing unfolded in public view with horrific footage of the moment the bullet struck Kirk and the next spreading rapidly across social media. In the months that followed, wild conspiracies about the assassination have flourished. And outside of the courthouse this month, a number of podcasters and streamers who claim Kirk was killed by the so-called deep state even camped out overnight to secure seats inside. Others took to social media to promote preposterous theories that Kirk is still alive or that the shooting was staged. Such unfounded claims have, in particular, been amplified by conservative commentator Candace Owens. Candace Owens has never said Charlie is still alive. What are you talking? Like, I can understand. Like, she's never even said he was staged. Like, what do you? But I get it. They want to attach everything to Candace every single time. So whatever. Gotta pin it on Candace. Was curious. What I'm wondering too. Just a little thought. I wonder if, like, hypothetically speaking, if Candace was not Candace, right? I wonder if this would be the same way. Like, I'm not somebody, y'all know me, okay? So please take what I'm saying like with an open heart. I'm not, y'all know me. I've never ever promoted any type of like victim mentality or any of that. But sometimes I do like think, and I'm like, the mad black woman, right? Is it that why everybody just goes so hard? Think about like Trump post that nasty picture of Candace. I know it's a real picture, but like it was unnecessary. You know, they every time somebody talks about her, whether it's Gary Paramount Tactical or any of these other people, they use a thumbnail that makes her look like a crazy lady on crack. And it's like you don't have to do that, even if you don't like her. You know what I mean? And everybody just calls her names. I mean, she's strong. They be calling her every name out of the book. And I'm like, I just don't know if people would be doing that for if it was somebody else that did not look like Candace Owens. I don't know. It was just, I don't know. It's crazy. Once a close ally of Kirk and one of the most recognizable faces of his organization, Turning Point USA, during Donald Trump's first term. Since his death, however, Owens has amassed millions of followers on social media promoting increasingly extraordinary claims about the assassination, questioning Robinson's guilt, suggesting Turning Point insiders know more about the killing, which they do, and even invoking CIA operations and supernatural experiences. Well, Candace is not promoting any of that. That's Andrew Cove and Erika talking about the Superman neck, and it was a miracle. He was so strong, and his vertebrae was like that. What are we talking about? They're the only people that are saying God did, like, with everything, every single thing that's going on in this case. Oh, God did this, God did that. He was strong. His faith was strong. His neck was strong. He ate good. It was a miracle. Like, what do you? Okay, bro. We continue. That's a crazy screenshot that they threw in there. Erika Kirk came face to face with her husband's accused killer for the first time during this July preliminary hearing. That is a crazy screenshot. Let's continue because this is a bunch of nothing right now. And first off, Candace been had millions of followers. I don't know if she gained a full millions. Like, I don't know if she gained millions of followers. She already had a whole bunch. She has also suggested that suggested without evidence that TBUSA staffers, including Erika, 37, who became CEO of the organization after her husband's death, may have been involved. Well, she's lying and she's pretty suspicious. So whose fault is that? Okay, here we go. Erika can't stand her, Candace. She's talking about Candace. This is the Kirk family member talking now. Erika can't stand her. She calls her that biatch if she talks about her at all, said a Kirk family member. Wow. What a Christian lady right there. That she claims to be more holier than others. Erika thinks she's the worst, most unkind person in the world. Ugly person, inside and out. She's a soulless ghoul. Well, I definitely believe that every accusation that's ever been placed against you, Erika, I believe it now. I've always believed it. Don't get me wrong. I've always believed it. But everything I believe now. Because you haven't once came out and addressed anything, but yet here you are behind closed doors calling Candace all these types of names. While you're also on the stage acting like you're just this holy. Oh Lord, I'm already about to get banned on TikTok. Y'all better jump over to YouTube. I might get banned tonight because I'm not going to be filtering through words trying to make TikTok happy. But yeah, Erika, I believe you are 100% guilty of everything anybody has ever said you done. Because the fact that she's talking like this behind closed doors, crazy. Absolutely crazy. Owens and Erika attempted to bury the hatchet in December during a private meeting in Nashville, brokered by former Fox News anchor Megyn Kelly. Both women described the conversation as productive, but the peace did not last. Since that conversation, Owens has turned her attention from the assassination of Charlie to Erika herself. Well, she is strange. Yeah. In February, Owens launched her Bride of Charlie series, a forensic examination of Erika's childhood, family life, and relationship with Charlie. The 8 episodes that aired so far include a string of insinuations and innuendo, apparently attempting to raise questions about Erika's character, motives, and roles in the aftermath of Kirk's death. I mean, did y'all not see what we saw? This isn't like a speculation thing, right? I mean, all of these things about Erika's past is what it is. We've seen the pictures, we've seen everything. So I guess, sure, whatever. That bridge is burned. It's more than burned. It's been blown up. There's no reason for Erika to ever speak to Candace again, ever, the family member said. Candace decided to make this her identity. It's a grab for attention, building her name and her brand, and make some money off of it. That's what Erika thinks. The same woman who went up in there and had that Zoom call and said, "Oh my gosh, merch sales. Oh my gosh, hat sales. Charlie's dancing in heaven and how hard y'all are working, making us millions. Oh my gosh, we gained over 300,000 new donors and 30,000 new chapters." Like, instead of, I made a video about Candace's eulogy again and a tribute to Charlie in a couple of days ago. I think it was yesterday. I just posted it. And not once did Candace promote anything, right? Not once. Not once did she promote anything about herself at all, besides talking on her channel. She talked about the memories of Charlie the entire time. And we felt those emotions. We felt those emotions. And that is what we expected from all of Charlie's people, especially his wife. But what we got on the second day of him being gone, right? So on September 12th, we got Erika coming out in the TPUSA office, rubbing his chair, and then promoting opening a chapter, promoting signing up for TPUSA, sending people to the website. it's I don't know, man. It's insane talking about making money off of it. Like the hypocrisy, the audacity. Erika is really offended that Candace would use her husband's death to make a buck. Dog, you okay. To get attention, get clout, whatever it is, she's offended. In a statement to Daily Mail, Owens said that frustrations were mutual. We're furious too. The public cannot stand that Erika refused to answer or even ask crucial questions surrounding Charlie's death, facts, which she has treated more like her personal coronation rather than an increasingly bizarre story that requires a network of paid influencers to support it. Facts. While Erika has publicly tried to avoid giving Owens' claims any oxygen, those close to her say the betrayal still provokes a visceral reaction privately. I believe it. It's going to eat you up forever. It ain't going to end at all. The truth will set you free. So if you want to get rid of all that hate you got in your heart, Erika, then just tell the truth. Come out and address the world. Address everything. Address all of the different accusations that's against your name. Clear your name. But you can't. You can't clear it. You can't clear it without suffering the consequences. So this is what you're gonna have to live with. This is what happens. You want to be famous so bad? Welcome. Welcome to the big leagues. Here you are. She says she's not going to give that woman any my fault. She says she's not going to give that woman an ounce of her energy, but sometimes she just can't help herself and she'll sort of explode with a tirade. She hates her more than she hates her political opponents. Who's your political opponent? Hold on. Who is your political opponent? Are you a political figure? Is this confirmation? Because we kind of already knew this, right? We knew she was soft launching her political career when she went on CBS in December. We knew that. I remember making a video about that. I was like, oh no, this was a hard launch into her, or maybe a soft launch into her political career. But who are your political opponents? What do you mean by that? Is this another soft launch into the Vance Kirk ticket 2028? Who are your political opponents? If I'm not mistaken, everybody pushes you down our throat. So who out there don't like you? That's a political figure. That's a very strange thing to say. You hate Candace more than her political opponents? Never knew you were officially a political figure, but okay. We knew that, obviously, but she's acknowledging that. Okay, all right. Let's continue. At least with them, she knew where she stood. So you been had political opponents? She said, at least with them, she knew, right? Past tense, where she stood, past tense. So you been had political opponents. But yet you didn't really officially become a political figure until December, right? If we're going to assume that that's the landmark, or at least the time frame when you went on CBS and we started kind of speculating that that's what you was trying to do. But she's saying she knew where she stood. Like all this time, she knew she had political opponents. Okay. Continue. They didn't exactly betray her like Candace did. Who are you talking about? I need to know these political opponents, man. Come to the front. They didn't exactly betray her like Candace did. Candace did her so dirty. I think at this point, she likes even Tyler more than Candace. That's interesting. But Erika didn't say that, so I'm not going to elaborate on that too much. That's the family friend. Still telling though. The Daily Mail has reached out to representatives for Erika for comment. Despite the swirl of conspiracies surrounding Kirk's death, those close to Erika say she remains determined to keep an open mind as the criminal case unfolds. No, you don't. You literally got on national TV and said, stop asking questions. In what world is that an open mind? Like, what are y'all talking about? She wants to know what happened, and she wants to know why. She's always one to want answers, said the family friend. And going to court is how she finds answers, no matter how difficult it is for her to sit there and think about how her life is different, how the kids' lives are different. They added, she wants truth, whatever it is. She went to the hearings with an open mind. She wants answers. She's open to any answers that are the truth. She's not looking for just somebody to pay. Yes, you are. Yeah, like that. That's literally what you're doing. What you are doing. We already found out that you sent all your little salami soldiers and minions to the hearing on Friday, so y'all can spread that propaganda on the 4K video. We already know this, right? These are facts. So stop lying. Just tell the truth for once in your freaking life, bro. You've been lying as long as I can remember. It dates back decades of you just straight lying. She's looking for the truthful answers to answer. My fault. She's looking for the truthful answers to the question that is, why is her husband dead? That's all she wants to know. Okay. Why is he dead? Who did it and why? And how did it happen? That's her priority. Judge Tony Graff is expected to decide whether Robinson will stand trial for aggravated murder by September 1st. Okay, about a month and some change away. Prosecutors are seeking the death penalty for Erika. Erika's seeking it too, because Erika's already said, I want him dead. They all say that. For Erika, the focus is not on securing the death penalty, but on finding out exactly what happened and securing justice for her husband. Okay, if you really wanted to do that, let me give you a little advice. If you really wanted to do that, how about let's start with actually being mad that Lance Twiggs has immunity? That is probably not even your starting point. I'm probably jumping down the line a little bit. But if Lance Twiggs has immunity and everything about him is suspicious, then you and your prosecution team should be coming out saying, why does Lance Twiggs have immunity? His DNA is on everything. He woke up at 1 p.m. This I don't even know how old Lance Twiggs is. Right? We know how old Tyler Robinson is, but I don't know. Maybe somebody does. But how about starting with why does Lance Twiggs get immunity when it sounds like he is part of the crime? You don't even care about that. I ask people that all the time. I'm like, for the people that's part of the Fed slop, pushing Fed slop, maybe you ain't pushing Fed slop, but you truly believe that Erika is innocent. She had nothing to do with it, all that. I'm like, okay, so can we at least agree? You ain't got to like Candace Owens, but can we at least agree that Lance Twiggs is weird? There's no way every single one of y'all, right? It ain't that many of y'all, but it ain't no way every single one of y'all think that Tyler Robinson did that by himself. There's no way all of y'all came to the same conclusion. But anyways, the Kirk family member said, I talked to her after court and she just wants justice. The more you say it does not make it true. She doesn't want to avenge him. She just wants justice. The more you say it does not make it true. That's the thing. She just wants justice. The more you say it, it does not make it true. I don't think she's talked to his family, the Robinsons. Well, if you wanted justice, you would talk to the family and figure out what kind of boy was he, learn a little bit more. But no. You don't do that, but whatever. But I also know she doesn't hold them responsible. She will be gracious if it comes to having to talk with them in the future. That's who she is. As the legal process continues, friends and relatives say the Kirk family are still trying to rebuild a life shattered by Charlie's death. The relative added she is doing okay. It does not seem like it at all. Considering the obvious, she's raising 2 little kids on her own and she's feeling really lost a lot of the time, but she's strong. She's always been strong. I feel like she's going to be a great mom to them. She's going to make sure they honor Charlie's legacy. I mean, she said on national TV my fault. I'm sorry. I got it so small. I had no idea. She said on national TV, being a single mother does not scare her at all. So she's I mean, hey, I mean, am I supposed to believe what you're saying? Because if so, that means somebody's lying again. You said on national TV. or maybe not national TV. I think it was a podcast. It might have been Megyn Kelly or something like that. But she still said it publicly. You said, "Oh, I'm not scared of being a single mother. That doesn't scare me." Okay, clearly you are not well. You can say what you want about Charlie, but he was really a great husband to her. He made her happy. He was good with the kids. He provided for them, protected them. He is definitely very missed. No matter where your politics are, no one needs to die that way. The family friend added, she's been up and down. Everything she said. Some days are good, some days are not. Some days she feels like it's time to focus on her future. Other days she wants to curl up into a ball. And that, ladies and gents, is your article that clearly exposes Erika Kirk's true colors, because she's on TV, she's on all these public scenes talking about how much of a Christian she is and all this other stuff, but she's behind closed doors saying Candace is a biatch. I can't stand her. I hate her more than Tyler Robinson. She's disgusting and all these different things. But you know, the people are gonna come out and defend her. You already know how that is. I'm not even gonna get worked up about it. All the minions, all the Shalami Soldier Widow Warriors, they're gonna come out and say, "Yep, I mean, she ain't lying, right?" Now, Erika has every right to say all of those things. I mean, they defend absolutely everything. Well, if you can defend Erika talking to a 15-year-old child in the inappropriate way that she was doing, they would defend anything. So, you know, I'm not really surprised anymore. It doesn't move me when I see these people come to her defense all the time now. Back then, I definitely was like, you can't be real. There's no way you actually like back that, right? But you know, they all get paid to do what they do. And so yeah, they're all gonna come out and say, I back everything Erika Kirk said, even though she's literally portraying herself as this holier person, and now she's behind closed doors just cussing everybody out. But okay, let's check out Candace's response to Miss Erika Franz Faye, because I'm curious. Let's see. Here it is right here.
Transpired while I was in Spain, because it feels like a Zionist going out of business sale. You know what I mean? You know, when a store is going out of business and things look and feel chaotic, bright signs that read everything must go, buy one, get everything else free, take it now, doors are closing forever. That's kind of the only way I can describe this press cycle. Like, management doesn't actually care because they're about to lose their jobs anyway. No one is available on the floor to help you. Andrew Cole, that is management. He's back of house calling his brother. Reverend Johnny Moore is working corporate, dropping digital assassin articles aimed at me, blaming his competitors. Ben Shapiro is on the phone receiving updates, but he's totally not involved, guys. Totally not. Just curious about why they're having a going out of sale business. Blake Neff is the creepy window shopper. Just keeps walking by the windows. He can't remember why. Everything just feels like it's going to hell in a handbasket. So after 10 months of the Christian grift, the Ali Stuckies, the Dana Lashes, the Honor the Widow presentations, Erika is apparently done playing the role. And I have told you since earlier this year that she's the one directing the show from behind the scenes. She's nasty behind the scenes. She calls people's priests. That's extraordinary. That's just something you should know. She personally took credit for having Matt Walsh cancel his in-person appearance at the Catholic prayer event for Catholics, just because I was attending. That's a fact. That's not my organization. He transformed what was supposed to be his appearance into a video message instead, because Erika was upset that I was going to be present. This was not a political event. It was literally a prayer. I spoke very briefly about my conversion to the faith and my initial hang-up about the Blessed Mary. And to be clear, like I said, Catholics for Catholics is not my organization. She wanted to hurt another organization simply because I was going to be present. A small organization when weighed against her, her power, her connection. White House was making phone calls because she doesn't like me. She explicitly told people that it was, and I quote, a woke Reich event. That's a term that I first heard come out of Bibi Netanyahu's mouth, for clarity. I remember that. The woke Reich, we got to come after. He had all the American influencers around him. It is not a term that Charlie Kirk ever used. So it's been difficult. No.
I haven't heard of what's his name? Matt Walsh. I haven't heard of Matt Walsh in a minute. He has gone ghost. which is good because he's one of those annoying people too that just come to Erika's defense. Remember, he made that annoying, dang near 45-minute video of just defending absolutely everything that Candace did or that Erika does. So the fact that Erika told him not to go to an event and he didn't go, whipped. Okay.
Doing that, then having to watch her publicly pretend that she doesn't get involved, that she doesn't play petty politics or know what's happening. She's too busy working. It was part and parcel of my assessment that she's a psychopath, because that's really fake. She watches everything. She watches every moment. She watches me, and she has been directing the attacks against me since the beginning, alongside Andrew Colvett, who's now gone masked down. Before I was even aware, right? I presumed these people were allies, and then I found out, thanks to them firing a bunch of people, that they were calling the shots. They knew I was going to be a problem from the very beginning, because I'm not going to get in line with an absurd narrative. I need to know the truth about what happened to Charlie Kirk, okay? Now, I want to also make it clear, I've never done that. I've never engaged in that. I've never made personal phone calls and asked influencers to support me. I've never asked people to not attend any Turning Point events. To the contrary, and dare I say, true to the philosophy, which was held deeply by Charlie Kirk himself, I think people should go and debate these people. If you have disagreement, as Charlie and I said.
I'm going to skip a little bit. Let's see. I want to get to her talking about the article.
Yeah, I'm not going to curse here. So for clarity, a ghoul in Middle Eastern folklore is a demonic being that haunts burial grounds and deserted places. Traditionally, these creatures were said to have the ability to shapeshift, to lure travelers into the desert, and to consume the flesh of both children and the dead. It's a strong occult start to what is sure to be a promising article. It's kind of how we felt about the people surrounding Charlie. Soul suckers a little bit, right? And for those of you that are wondering if the story is actually attributable, meaning like, is this just a gossip piece in the Daily Mail? You would do well to remember that Turning Point USA turned to the Daily Mail exclusively to clean up their Charlie GPT Aspen mess. They gave them special access to see the unedited clip that the public still has not seen, so that their journalists could then turn and tell the world, you can trust the video totally exists. It's real. Charlie really did pick Erika to run the company in the event of his untimely death, which unfortunately just so happened to transpire just 3 short weeks later. Remember that? They went to the Daily Mail. So that demonstrates a real PR relationship between Turning Point USA and the Mail. And as another point, the author of this piece reached out to Turning Point's spokespeople for comment, and they declined to give a comment. That is an opportunity for them to issue a statement saying, this is not true. We have no idea what you're talking about. Instead, they just declined to add to the article. So we can assume this is real. And they list a family friend as a source initially. And then elsewhere in the article, they say a family member. At the beginning, it says a family friend. I think that's probably going to be a Tracy Martin-esque character. Given the fact that she's the one person that I know that's close to Erika, is a friend, and is also close to Erika's family, namely Lori. She's actually the only person that I know. My guess would be Tracy Martin, because she's also been the driver behind other wacky pieces that Us Magazine won, but who knows? That's not the point. It doesn't really matter. We don't have to speculate as to who the family friend is. Let's just stick with the facts, okay? So the piece opens up by letting us know that Erika has remarkable compassion for Tyler Robinson and his family. I kid you not. It says, quote, when Erika arrived in a tiny Utah courtroom earlier this month to face her husband's alleged killer, she expected to be overcome with rage. It was the first time she had come face to face with Tyler Robinson, the man accused of assassinating Charlie Kirk at the speaking event at Utah Valley University 10 months ago. And yet, in place of anger, Erika instead felt an overwhelming sense of sadness, compassion even, for 23-year-old Robinson and his family. According to 2 sources that are
That's crazy.
Close to the Kirks. Quote, she was really concerned about being in the same room as him. She didn't know what she was going to feel. She said that a lot. One family friend exclusively told the Daily Mail. She thought that she was really going to be angry and mad, to really hate him, but she didn't. She just felt really sad. Overwhelming sadness is what she called it. It made her grieve even more. She didn't want to fight with him or his family, she said. She almost felt compassion for Tyler Robinson, and definitely for his family, because it's just so sad that 2 families were destroyed on that day. So compassion for Tyler Robinson again. She felt it instantly in her in the aftermath, you could say. She demonstrated forgiveness immediately, at least. And now she's demonstrating it again in a courtroom with him. And by the way, I echo that sentiment, because I feel like the entire world knows that he didn't commit this crime. So how kind of Erika to feel compassion for the person that they are considering murdering, to be clear, for something that he didn't do.
Facts.
I haven't seen any convincing evidence that Tyler Robinson committed this crime. So compassion would be the right thing to feel. I want you to understand that, by the way. These influencers are calling for the murder of an innocent man. We should deeply understand that, okay? Tyler Robinson will receive the death penalty if he is found guilty. So I think I found your soulless ghouls, Erika. It's unimaginable to me to call for the execution of an innocent man without literal overwhelming evidence.
I mean, That's the problem, though. Like, the problem is that they think it's overwhelming. So that's why they are coming to the conclusion that they want him dead. But we all know it's not overwhelming. Like, but yeah, it's facts. I heard Megyn Kelly that say that the other day. She was like, I hope he doesn't sleep well. And, I want him dead and all types of stuff. Like, people are weird.
After the public execution of another innocent man, when they say these statements like case closed on the basis of one hearing where we are shown nothing close to concrete evidence, or when they pretend that they are being submerged, overwhelmed, that is precisely what they are doing. It is so evil. They are calling for the state to murder Tyler Robinson. I want you to put that on your mind when you read it. They want Tyler Robinson to be murdered. Case closed, murder Tyler Robinson. That's what they're saying. Sick. It's really sick.
It is. And I said it already. Them folks coming out a couple of Fridays ago talking about it's done, 4K video, all that. I'm telling you, bro, I think that was the start of a timer, a clock, a countdown of Tyler Robinson being alive. He ain't making it to trial, bro. I just don't see it happening.
And it's truly evil. What would make you call for that? It sickens me that so many people who I once respected are engaging in that. Guilty before innocent, right? Guilty before proven innocent. Then, of course, after this compassion that she displays, there was a dramatic shift in the article, and she talks about quote unquote conspiracy theories after detailing that compassion for the man that she herself said she was certain killed her husband. That's what she said to Barry Weiss. Remember that? She was wholly confident that this man killed her husband because she has access to the evidence. Here is how she then flips and describes her feelings toward me, someone who is trying to find the true killer. The article reads, quote, that bridge is burned between Erika and Candace. It's more than burned. It's been blown up. There's no reason for Erika to ever speak to Candace again, ever, the family member said.
I feel like Candace is finna snap once they get to the ugly words that Erika chose to use against her. I can see Candace is getting a little worked up right now. So I don't think this is going to end too well. She ain't going to obviously crash out, but I think that I think she's going to say some words for sure.
Candace decided to make this her identity. It's a grab for attention, building her name and her brand and making some money off of it. That's what Erika thinks. Oh, brand being built? No, Erika, I had a name and I had a brand before Charlie Kirk was assassinated. In fact, me and your husband built our names and our brands alongside each other and apart from each other. The world didn't know your name until he died. You attempted to build your brand thereafter. And
hold on, relax. Hold on. Chill. I ain't ready yet. I'm a little chilly in here. Hold on. Relax. Let me go back.
And in your name until he died. Names and our brands alongside each other and apart from each other. The world didn't know your name until he died. You attempted to build your brand thereafter. And you made an incalculable amount of money in the process. Do we all need a refresher on the things that she was willing to sell?
Yes.
The photos, the bloody mic in front of donors, the taken in front of it, the bloody tent, people taking selfies under it. It took just 3 weeks after Charlie's assassination for Erika to file for 3 trademarks, granting her the right to his name on t-shirts, tote bags, any and all clothing. 3 trademarks. And those freedom shirts, which were sold immediately, remember everyone wanted a freedom shirt. They were actually very costly. Those were not sold through the charitable arm. Okay, former employees have confirmed to me that those profits went straight to Charlie Kirk Show LLC. So that's for her personal profit. Once upon a time, Charlie told me Andrew Colbert owned a piece of that company too. Andrew Colbert.
Hold on. She going in right now. I got to get comfortable. Oh my Lord.
Personal profits went straight to Charlie Kirk Show.
Forgive me. Let me grab my hoodie. Hold up. Hold on. Because I'm getting cold, but Candace she going crazy.
LLC. Okay, the freedom shirt, they were actually very costly. Those were not sold through the charitable arm. Okay, former employees have confirmed to me that those profits went straight to Charlie Kirk Show LLC. So that's for her personal profit. Once upon a time, Charlie told me Andrew Colbert owned a piece of that company too. Andrew Colbert's personal profit for Charlie. And of course, it wasn't for Charlie. So as a refresher, I already had a name. I already had a brand. I was already being sued by the president of France. I think I was actually known globally. What did I sell when Charlie died? How many trademarks did I file? It is wild to me, okay? that this article goes on and states, quote, Erika is really offended that Candace would use her husband's death to make a buck, to get attention, to get clout, whatever it is. She's offended. That's her focus, guys. Once again, all Erika cares about is money and brand and merchandise. That's what she's angry about. It's such an unbelievable thing for her to share, for someone to say that. She's upset. She thinks Candace is making money. She doesn't have enough of it, apparently. They can't make enough of the money off of Charlie's death. So what she's concerned with is whether or not I'm making any additional money while I try to figure out who killed her husband. So let me make this perfectly clear again. Erika, please listen to me. When Charlie died, we had already signed all of our advertising agreements through not just to the end of last year, 2025, but through to Q1 of this year. So what that means, I don't really think you're well-versed in business, is that not a single additional advertiser was brought onto the...
They pissed her off. I seen it coming. I could, bro. They didn't piss her off. They didn't piss her off. They didn't piss her off. She didn't piss her off. Erika has pissed Candace off. Oh my gosh. I've been waiting on this for a minute.
Platform at the end of last year, 2025, but through to Q1 of this year. So what that means, I don't really think you're well-versed in business, is that not a single additional advertiser was brought onto this platform and no existing advertisers had their rates raised. Okay. We didn't make money in advertising. We sold 0 products. You remember all of the influencers, they raced to put his name, his face on cups, on t-shirts. We're going to share proceeds with Erika. We're going to do this. We all want to fight Charlie, blah, blah, blah. The same influencers who are now selling you the Fed slop about how he died, we didn't engage any of that. No, we were actually grieving to the stark contrary. We sold nothing with Charlie's face. No memorabilia. Not a single item was sold by us in the aftermath of his death. Everyone racing to commemorate him by making money for themselves. And I would point out that in our tribute episode to Charlie, our biggest episode by views ever, we sold and consequentially read 0 ads. 0, none. Go back and watch it. It's still up. To my friend Charlie Kirk, no ad reads, nothing sold for the public. Our show before Charlie died was already in the top 10 globally, sitting above the Charlie Kirk podcast. And every single episode of our new podcast since we launched it back in 2024 has averaged well above 1 million views. Go back and check that. So what is it, Erika, that you are actually upset about? Really ask yourself that question, okay? Because time and time again, you keep reminding people that all you care about is money and brand.
Y'all said she ain't done? I'm seeing y'all say she ain't done. It gets better. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm sad.
And merch. Time and time again, you keep reminding people that all you care about is money and brand and merchandising. But I have to tell you, it is the way this article concludes that is just stunning to me.
Oh yeah, she didn't get to the next.
It continues, quote, Erika says she's not going to give that woman an ounce of her energy. Kind of looks like I'm getting a lot of it right now. But sometimes she just can't help herself and she'll just sort of explode the tirade. She hates her, Candace, more than she hates her political opponents. Who are your political opponents, Erika? Who are your political opponents? Who are you? Who are you? You're some beauty pageant wife who took over the reins of Charlie's company, telling us a story that he wanted it in the end, but just couldn't put it in documents. Who are you to think that you have political opponents? It continues, at least with them, she knew where she stood. They didn't exactly betray her like Candace did. Candace did her so dirty. I think at this point, Erika likes even Tyler Robinson more than she likes Candace. End quote. Yeah, Erika. That's what Drewski and everybody who's been speaking about this has been getting at. That's why people think there's something wrong with you. Because you meant this article to be a smackdown of me, but all it did was further reveal your character. You have been on a wild pursuit of fame and fortune your entire life. You started doing pageants, I think we showed when you were like 12, okay? 6th grade, maybe? and you have not stopped wanting to be in the spotlight. Every person you have dated has had some degree of fame, and you saw Charlie as your ticket to more fame. And then you finally got it, in your view, when you walked out in a white pantsuit with sparklers behind you and you sucked all of that in. That was it. That was the moment. We look back at those photos of people at the memorial. I have never seen such glee and such happiness. You clinked glasses. You guys then went to a restaurant. You celebrated. Finally, Erika, finally for you, after decades of trying, you had made it into the spotlight and everybody loved you. Brand, merchandising, shirts. You got on that Zoom call. The sales have been crazy. 50,000 shirts sold and kicked back into the LLC that me and the Charlie Kirk show people own. For Charlie. And then it all came crashing down because maybe Charlie had an actual friend. That's what's annoying.
Facts.
Me, I'm the renegade. I'm the one thing. He had an actual friend who wasn't content to sell a t-shirt and move on and then sell some Fed slop and move on because the price was right. That's what you're upset about, Erika. Money and fame. There is no substance in this article because there is no substance in you.
Jeez.
And that's my opinion. Not a call for
Oh my gosh. Jeez.
for you to get hurt because they're and then sell some Fed slop and move on because the price was right. That's what you're upset about, Erika. Money and fame. There is no substance in this article because there is no substance in you. And that's my opinion. Not a call for you to get hurt, but me demonstrating that you have a character.
I'm not gonna hold you. That's a crazy bar. Like that's a crazy. Not even that surpasses. Who are you? That surpasses that. Like that. Now don't get me wrong. That's crazy too. Like who are you? That's crazy. But there's no substance in you. Oh my god. No, that's crazy.
Flaw that you are not even aware of. We'll be right back after a brief break. All right, you guys.
You can't do that to me. You can't go to commercial after saying that. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Let me. I guess let's just see what this last part right quick. I just want to see if it's anything.
Candace at checkout. So what is Turning Point USA, Erika Franzwey planning now? They're very angry. That is obvious. The influencers are angry because they are losing, and they are losing not because they didn't have enough money, not because they didn't have enough people who were willing to sell their souls and make videos and try to hypnotize the public into believing anything but their own eyes. Well, I noticed something. 3 times I just said, this is very weird. Suddenly, as soon as the Tyler Robinson trial began, these same influencers who have been attacking me are all raising the matter of Sandy Hook. It's very strange. I'll show you this. Seth Dillon, resident liar, Hamptons guy.
This is a long part. I'll have to watch that later. You said reading her comment section is also fire. All right, let's check it out. Man, I completely, I still got some stuff that I want to bring up, but oh my gosh. Candace, you could take over my show any day. If it's this right here, yeah, I can listen to this all night.
/Owens. Okay, top comments from yesterday's episode. This one really made me chuckle. It came from Soggy Sunflower. They wrote, Frank Turek, quote, I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for that meddling Frank Turek.
I'm gonna absolutely finish it, but I see that this Sandy Hook part is pretty long. So 42. Yeah, it's like 15 minutes. So I'm gonna watch it for sure. When we get off of here. But let me listen to some of these comments.
I sent that to the team. I said, we have to turn that into a meme because that is spot on with Frank Turek. And here it is. He would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for that meddling Frank Turek. He's very angry at his past self. It's a lot to deal with. And then the second biggest comment that we had, top comment, was Candace is literally having to do Kash Patel's job because he won't do it himself. I got an idea about why he won't do it himself. Comments from today's episode, True Detective writes, regarding the Franklin scandal, we mentioned that yesterday, watch the 1993 documentary entitled Conspiracy of Silence. It was supposed to air on the Discovery Channel, but was pulled from the schedule.
Okay, I see a highly requested section that everybody wants to be played. So let's do it. Why not?
Candace at checkout. So what is Turning Point USA, Erika Franzwey planning now? They're very angry. That is obvious. The influencers are angry because they are losing. And they are losing not because they didn't have enough money, not because they didn't have enough people who were willing to sell their souls and make videos and try to hypnotize the public into believing anything but their own eyes. Well, I noticed something. 3 times I just said, this is very weird. Suddenly, as soon as the Tyler Robinson trial began, these same influencers who have been attacking me are all raising the matter of Sandy Hook. It's very strange. I'll show you this. Seth Dillon, resident liar, Hamptons guy. He writes, the main reason Alex Jones was held liable was not that he questioned an official narrative. It was that he repeatedly and callously made false accusations about specific people. He claimed the Sandy Hook shooting was staged, that the grieving parents were crisis actors, and that they were knowingly participating in fraud. His false claims, made for clicks and fame, were damaging, severe understatement, and led to harassment and threats against grieving innocent people. So his protected opinion defense failed. The First Amendment protects the right to criticize events and to criticize official accounts, but does not provide blanket immunity for defamation. Oh, how interesting. Seth Dillon from the Hamptons. This feels like a bit of foretelling to me. This is how these people operate. You always know what is coming down the pipeline because they just start signaling. Today, Tim Pool tweets, if you want to get amplified on YouTube and X, all you need to do is claim the official story of Charlie Kirk's assassination is a cover-up and there's a conspiracy. Why is social media amplifying this so much? Why does big tech want this narrative to be front and center? I don't think they do. I think the majority of people believe this, Tim. He goes on, Alex Jones made claims about Sandy Hook and he was destroyed. His company was sold off to try to humiliate him. What is the difference here? You can claim one story is true, but the other results in your company's total annihilation. YouTube has rules around conspiracy. Specifically, they restrict conspiracy claims and amplify what they call authoritative news sources. Why is YouTube boosting these videos in the algorithm? Why does the machine want this narrative so badly? Contrast this with COVID. You'd get
the Charlie Kirk show. Yeah, I mean, everybody wants to listen to the rest of the show, so I don't mind. For the Yap community, just got booted. Happened to anyone else? I hope not. YouTube do be doing some weird stuff.
Monetized instantly if you talked about COVID in the early days. We couldn't even read news reports about out of China that discussed the basics. He's basically saying, state, where are you? Where are you, state? What is the state going to do about the fact that people are using their common sense? So now we are going to tie it to children being murdered in Connecticut. And he wasn't the only one. Again, this is all happening. Tyler Robinson trial. They're all talking about Sandy Hook. Blake Neff was on a Twitter space, and he similarly and specifically compared me to Alex Jones and Sandy Hook. This is a talking point that is being distributed, and it's a dangerous one. Take a listen to what he had to say.
Nothing compares remotely to the fact that Candace Owens has spent a sustained 10 months making effectively every episode of her show, finding some new way to target Erika, target Turning Point, target other people who are in the Turning Point universe, target random family members of theirs, has happened at times, for 10 months in pursuit of a conspiracy theory that has literally never had anything to back it up. Like it inspires comment and notice because there really is essentially nothing like it that I can recall in my lifetime. Like even as a comparison, even the stuff with the Sandy Hook parents, that was the stuff a few people ran with. And I just don't think it ever, like Alex Jones got sued for it. I don't think Alex Jones made that the only subject of the show for a 10-month period. And that's what's happened here. I just have never seen anything like it in my life.
Again, they are priming the public to see that this is just like Sandy Hook. This is no different. I've never seen, it's actually almost worse than what Alex Jones did because he didn't go on for 10 months. You know what, Blake? I don't think Alex Jones lost a child at Sandy Hook. He probably would have gone harder in the paint. When you know someone that's involved, you go harder. Okay. That's just the reality of things. I care deeply. Okay. Because I came up along Charlie. And if Charlie's not safe in the political space, neither am I. Certainly not with you guys speaking like this. That also was the point of the NCRI report. That report, is that going to be used as evidence? Look, harassment, that is what they took Alex Jones down for. He said something, which he has apologized before and said was wrong. He speculated that the children didn't actually die that day. And then they came after him for emotional harassment, stress, whatever the claims were. And they sued him and won for $1.4 billion, effectively ending his InfoWars platform, suing him into bankruptcy. And I want to be clear, they're also putting people on their show to say, you know, Erika's just like the parents at Sandy Hook. This is the priming. They all know something that we don't know. They're not all kind of going back to Sandy Hook for no reason. Here is Viva Frey on the Charlie Kirk Show. Take a listen.
We're living in a world where people have sort of gotten back into the realm of the Alex Jones InfoWars Sandy Hook level psychotic conspiracy everywhere, where now people are saying, all right, I believe everything we're being told is a lie, so I'm going to not believe anything except for that which I've convinced myself of already. I don't know if Tyler Robinson pulled the trigger. I don't know if he was on the roof and he was the one who fired the gun. I know what the preliminary evidence looks like right now, and I know it's being adduced at the preliminary hearing. But the insane conspiracy theories that are being floated, that are implicating everyone and anyone involved, that are unsubstantiated and unfalsifiable in their vagueness. I mean, I'm seeing Sandy Hook 2.0 recurring right now. I appreciate there are some issues with the prosecution. There's some issues with the investigation, and there's some issues with the evidence. I can appreciate that. But to go from there to say that it's exploding microphones, Israel did it, and not that Israel might have had a hand in this. But until you can provide...
Hold on, he said that on the Charlie Kirk Show? He's saying all of this on the Charlie Kirk Show? What the heck?
Slightest shred of evidence other than I can divine an intention or a motive. You have to admit that from the evidence that you have right now, if you have a more plausible theory than the one being presented, which is Tyler Robinson was on the roof, took the shot, had the rifle, had the moment, had the opportunity. If you have a more plausible theory to present, you can go ahead and present it, but you don't get to manufacture facts out of whole cloth.
You don't get to tell people what they can and can't do when the original story doesn't make any sense. You just said it doesn't make any sense. You just said it. You just said it don't make any sense. The evidence doesn't make any sense. I'm not saying that Izzy did or didn't do it. So then when people try to make sense of it, you can't tell them they're wrong, bro. What is this life we're living in right now?
This is for sure foreshadowing. This is like this kind of dark psychiatry. I'm well accustomed to this. They are getting ahead of something. Okay. They know something and they're priming the public to think this is just like when elementary school children died and Alex Jones had to be sued. And it is deeply ironic and almost sick that is being platformed on what is still being called the Charlie Kirk Show. Because let me tell you what the namesake, Charlie Kirk himself, had to say about people who call for lawsuits and for people to be bankrupted because they don't like speech. Here is Charlie Kirk regarding that specific Alex Jones lawsuit.
Alex Jones was patient zero for the censorship regime back in 2018. And now Alex Jones is patient zero for lawfare strategies to be able to shut people up that they don't like. Is Alex Jones outlandish? Of course he is. He's a quasi-entertainer. That's one of the reasons why he's so popular. But Alex Jones has been right about a lot of things. And so people say, well, don't talk about it, stay away from it. I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson what happens when I stay quiet and I listen to these people. I'm not going to put up with another bad precedent being set because I'm told that I should hate Alex Jones. He's outlandish. He's wild. He's entertaining. I don't agree with him on everything. They're doing this to be able to show it's a spectacle. And some people say, look, Charlie, this isn't about the regime doing a spectacle. It's about the families of murdered kids. I think it's not right what Alex Jones said and what he did. He agrees with that. Should you be able to shut somebody up because of it? Rachel Maddow accused One America News Network of being funded by the Russian government, and a judge tossed that away because under free speech provisions. $1 billion? We're going to talk about this in the next segment throughout the hour. This also is an opportunity that I hope all of you take. Watch carefully today. The podcasts you listen to, the radio shows you consume, the TV shows you watch. This is a scorecard moment. If your favorite conservative commentator is silent on Alex Jones, that is very telling. Lawyers for the Sandy Hook family.
I want to say the same exact thing about Candace Owens. I keep on bringing up Tucker Carlson. If your favorite commentator is silent about Candace Owens and what's happening to her, you should be questioning them. Like it goes the same way.
That is very telling. Lawyers for the Sandy Hook families say a verdict will send a signal to other conspiracy purveyors about the cost of online lies and set in motion a chain of events that could shut InfoWars down. So basically, the New York Times is saying this is a lot bigger than just Alex Jones. And you might be out there and say, I hate Alex Jones and he's a wackadoodle and all this sort of stuff. Look at the bigger picture. Have you learned nothing about how these people operate? Conspiracy purveyor. Who exactly is that? You know who the conspiracy purveyors are? Every single one of those mockingbird maniacs on television that was telling us Donald Trump is a Russian agent. You're the conspiracy theorist. But they'll never be held accountable. No, what they mean by conspiracy theorist is someone who asks questions against the core tenets, as Friedrich Nietzsche, the pieties that you can't ask, like election integrity or the alphabet mafia.
Oh, Lord. I hope they didn't catch that. I get banned on TikTok for anything involving those last two words that he just said. Not the mafia, but the integrity part.
There he is, you guys, in his own words, on his own show, his namesake, the Charlie Kirk Show, which used to represent Charlie Kirk's ideas. And now we have these pathetic people who are an extension of the state, the very state that Charlie was trying to fight. The surveillance state, the totalitarian state, people that then use the state to punish people with lawsuits. How dare they? How dare they do it with his name below in the banner? The Charlie Kirk Show is now using the same logic that we believe that what happened in Sandy, this is like akin to Sandy Hook. People are being harassed. They are signaling that this is their last desperate ploy. Mark my words. We'll end this with a Charlie Kirk tweet, so we know exactly how he felt about this. He wrote, the lawyers behind the sham billion-dollar verdict against Alex Jones are now trying to seize his personal social media accounts in bankruptcy. This was never about justice for Sandy Hook families or whatever excuse they gave. The lawsuits against Jones have always been about finding a way to censor and destroy a person that the left hates and then using that blueprint on everybody else. You were right. Except, Charlie, wherever you are, you would be proud to know that for once, the left and the right are united. We are united against the state of whatever the hell Turning Point USA has become. Because we know it's not you. We know it's not what you represented. And we think it's why you didn't, after you passed the energy, it didn't stay there. Because how could it? You would detest what it's become. We'll be right back after a break.
Dang!
All right, you guys, do you owe back taxes? Maybe you have years of
Hey, y'all wasn't lying, man. Thank you for telling me. I'm going to get to her comments, too. Thank y'all for telling me to watch that. That's crazy, man. And it's so bizarre because that's happening to Candace right now. That's happening to Candace right now. Everybody's labeling her all types of names, calling her all types of things. And these commentators are afraid to speak up and take her side because they don't want to be a part of the Candace side. They don't want to be on, looked at any type of way. I'm gonna keep on screaming from the mountaintops at all. What is that? 340 something people listening. Tucker Carlson, bro. For somebody, I feel like all of us, especially in the Yap community, we all kind of have similar perspectives and views and opinions. I feel like most of us like Tucker, right? Generally, it is an issue for Tucker not to comment on any of this stuff, to not come to Candace's defense and speak on it, right? Instead, he defends Erika. Remember what we just read earlier, the article that just called Candace all types of names. Remember that. And remember Tucker Carlson every time he says, I love Erika. Remember that. I just want you to remember what we read earlier. And Erika is calling Candace a biatch and all types of stuff. And remember the same Tucker that you like saying he loves Erika. He will defend her. He will never criticize. He don't want to know. Or just remember that. Like every day that goes by, he pisses me off because I feel like it's this undercover thing that he's trying to do. Like he's like trying to low-key run for president one day, even though he said he's not going to. But it's like all of this stuff is for a reason. He's trying to keep his record clean, right? He doesn't want to be on this side. He doesn't want to be on that side. It's very like PR driven. He don't want to say nothing wrong. He says all the right things to get in those seats. Dog, you not getting my freaking vote. You were at one point. At one point in time, I said, bro, you know what? Tucker Candace. At the beginning of all of this, when Charlie Kirk first went, when he first left, I'm going to still play the comments on Candace thing. When he first left, I literally said, when Candace started doing her thing, I said, bro, I'll vote for Candace and Tucker. I'll do it. I'll do that ticket. I'm not voting for you, Tucker. That's not happening, bro. That's not happening. So this whole little move to keep everybody happy on both sides so you can get that seat one day, it ain't happening, bro. Not for me. Not for me. Facts. It's a totally different guy from the guy that stood at that podium on the memorial service. Totally different guy. That memorial service, that was Tucker Carlson. I don't know what this Tucker Carlson is right now. And every time I see a video he dropping, it's about some BS that he talking about. It pisses me off. It pisses me off. And him loving Erika and defending her so much. Oh my gosh, bro. It's the same thing happening. And just like what Charlie said is exactly how I look at Tucker right now. If you're not speaking up for Candace right now and how they're attacking her, calling her out her name, calling her all these different things, Erika and all of her affiliates and associates and employees, all of them are bashing Candace and calling her out her name. He doesn't say a word. Instead, he says, I love Erika. Okay, bro, stay on that side. Stay on that side. Because what he's doing right now, I'm telling y'all, what he's doing right now is exactly what Megyn Kelly did. And we all saw how that turned out. We all saw it. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people didn't like me at first when I first started talking about how Megyn Kelly's a fraud a couple of months ago. But unfortunately, here we are. We know she's a fraud. She's been a fraud. She said a lot of questionable things about a lot of different things. Michael Jackson, Big Jeffrey. But this was the nail in the coffin. But I need y'all to realize Tucker is doing the same exact thing. He is riding the fence just like Megyn Kelly. And eventually, he's going to have to pick a side, which is exactly what happened to Megyn Kelly. And I need y'all to know he already did that. I don't know why nobody will accept it. He already did that. There's no Tucker's playing chess. Tucker's keeping his cards close to his chest. He's getting information. Dog, when somebody show you their true colors, believe them. These people should be earning y'all trust every single day. They're commentators, bro. They get paid off of their supporters and all this other stuff. They should be earning y'all's trust every single day. There should not be a single day that goes by where we're all sitting here like, I wonder what Tucker's doing. Maybe in 4 months, he'll come out and say something. oh, no, y'all don't know Tucker. He's definitely working in the dark doing something. Dog, he ain't doing nothing. He ain't doing nothing. He has said it a million times. I don't plan on talking about it. I don't want to know nothing. Is what it is. Maybe I'll talk about it after trial. After Tyler Robinson's dead, that don't do nothing. When people show you their true colors, believe them, bro. Because when Tyler Robinson dead, I ain't trying to hear none of that. I ain't trying to hear it come out talking about, oh man, this was off. Yeah, you ain't doing that. When Tyler Robinson, whenever something happened to him because he ain't making it to trial, or if he do make the trial, he gets sentenced to death, whatever it is. Whenever something happened, I need Tucker Carlson and whoever else that loves Tucker Carlson to look at Tucker Carlson, go in his comment section, whatever it is, and say, did you do enough? When this is all said and done, and Tyler Robinson is either the death penalty or he don't make it to trial, I want to look at Tucker Carlson and say, did you do enough for Charlie's legacy? You know what I mean? Like, it pisses me off, bro. It does, just because like so many people love him, and I'm with y'all. I am. I used to really like him. Not all the time, but like in the last couple of years, I used to really like him. But I can't help but to just balls and strikes here. He's doing the same thing Megyn Kelly was doing. And it's so sad watching Candace Owens go through all of this and be called all these different names. And all of these articles are written about her. All of these people on the internet talking about her. And he says nothing, but I love Erika. That's who you love? The child. Oh man, I don't even want to, man. All right, bro. Whatever, Tucker.
/Owens. Okay, top comments from yesterday's episode. This one really made me chuckle. It came from Soggy Sunflower. They wrote,
Blake, why is CEO just now releasing these photos after 8 months? She's in on it. I don't know. I have no idea. You know, I know she has had it for a while, but I have no idea. I have no idea what her angle is. You know what I mean? No clue, bro. I do know that the pictures that I saw today, that I think the glove is like, you know, very telling. The glove clearly is Brian Harbaugh, you know, packing Charlie with whatever he was putting in there. Or somebody needed a glove to get those, right? We already seen the preliminary hearing, so we know that there was a little fragments and a whole round in Charlie's neck. Impossible if it was a 30-06. But that glove could have been to, you know, hide fingerprints and DNA from somebody in the car putting frags into Charlie's neck and putting around into Charlie's neck, because remember, it was found just beneath the skin. So that glove could have been used for that. But you know, I don't know, bro. I don't religiously watch every single day like I used to be worked up about that.
Frank Turek, quote, I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for that meddling Frank Turek. I sent that to the team. I said, we have to turn that into a meme because that is spot on with Frank Turek. And here it is. He would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for that meddling Frank Turek. He's very angry at his past self. It's a lot to.
That is a fact. She's, you know, yeah, the timing of it is all crazy. And I've said it a million times. There have been plenty of things with Candace Owens and I'm like, I don't know about that, bro. Like the timing weird, you know, whatever. But you know, just like Kyle said, she's the only person bringing something to the table when it involves this case, as far as like pictures of the car and things that we just will never see or get. She's the only one bringing it to the table. So, you know, I'm gonna say it a million times, just like I said in the video I just posted yesterday. I'll give Candace grace when it comes to some of this stuff. Sometimes is it frustrating? Yeah, but nobody else gonna bring it to the table. So it is what it is at the moment.
To deal with. And
oh, did I not have her on the screen at all?
Then the second biggest comment that we had, top comment, was Candace is literally having to do Kash Patel's job because
my bad.
He won't do it himself. I got an idea about why he won't do it himself. Comments from today's episode. True Detective writes, regarding the Franklin scandal, we mentioned that yesterday, watch the 1993 documentary entitled Conspiracy of Silence. It was supposed to air on the Discovery Channel, but was pulled from the schedule. Black magic is real, not just in horror novels like Falling Angel by William Hortzberg or The God at Dusk by Anand Bosmia. I absolutely know that black magic is real. We've been speaking about the occult on this show for a while. It is extraordinarily real. And for a very long time, Hollywood had people thinking it was just hocus pocus. It's not. And I hope that I've done a good job of making people understand that. And thank you for that documentary recommendation. Ryan Grange writes, please make this make sense. Quote, I forgive you to the alleged killer, to quote, happiness comes and goes.
I just want to make sure, are these comments like something that y'all want to listen to? I saw it in a comment before saying like the comments were some serious stuff that she said. I just want to make sure. I don't want to waste nobody's time because I don't know. I haven't watched this part of the video yet. All of this is for the first time for me. So if so, then let me know. If not, then I can play something else. It is important. Okay.
I hope you find it. To the heckler calling her a pedo protector, to quote, Candace is a B. Make that make sense. Candace, please go absolutely max. It's time to drop all of the receipts. Why not? Zamet writes, we the people refuse to allow our America's beating heart to have ceased on 9/10/2025 at 12:23 p.m. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a fight. I sense it. You can see it building. The anger that they have is building. And it's like when nothing is left and you start talking about Sandy Hook, I feel like there's just the writings on the wall, right? They're gonna really burn down Charlie's legacy to the ground. They're going to become the very thing that he fought, because perhaps they always were the very thing that he was fighting that was surrounding him. Perhaps. Think while it's still legal. The Warrior writes, I respect you for what you do and I admire your bravery. Thank you guys. And it is, like I said, many times during that healing process, I may have showed up here, but I was not doing okay. I feel like it wasn't until this recent trip to Spain that I feel like myself and like I'm ready to fight again. And like I survived whatever that was, which was just being fought every second of every day for trying to get answers to what happened to Charlie by this apparatus of evil, really, an apparatus of evil that just attacked every layer of my life. While I'm talking about, striking you, the expression, crying out while they strike you. Literally, are we kidding? Do we have that Laura Loomer? Somebody just tweeted this. He's like, just to show the psychosis of Laura Loomer. Here's 591 Laura Loomer posts talking about at Real Candace O. And he followed this up by saying that's just what was digitally possible.
Oh my gosh. What the freak? Who took the time to put this together? That's crazy.
To fit onto a screen. Like this is real. He just posted this. And then he showed how like 45 of them were happening in just one evening. And she's just one person. This is the person that's then retweeted by Ben Shapiro's lawyer who's been suing me for 3 years, who's now suing me on behalf of Brian Harpole. Like this has been my life. And I have not complained. I have not played the victim. I have not asked people to put together bogus reports about digital assassins. Have I had to up my security? Absolutely. Does anybody care about the death threats I get? People that were putting up my children's cars, Laura Loomer, who was doing that, and they just pretend like I'm not a person. Full time, these people are dedicated. These accounts are dedicated to just attacking Candace Owens all day, every day, while she's
Gives me hope. Thank you for supporting the channel. I appreciate you so much.
Investigating a murder. That's it. Okay. Asking meaningful questions. Do we get it right all the time? No. Do we want to get it right? Yeah. That's why we want still to have an open forum with all of these people. Erika, the feeling's not mutual. I don't hate you. I don't hate you. I just don't feel that way. I can't muster that emotion for you. So I don't feel that way about Blake Neff. I don't feel that way about Andrew Colvett. I hate what they are doing to Charlie's legacy. I hate that they will not just come hands open and sit down and do an open forum. I resent that. I resent that they won't do exactly what Charlie would have done. But I can't change that. I can just keep asking questions and keep Charlie's memory alive until we get answers that make sense, that don't include naked men on the roof, and then forgetting about those themes and moving on and calling everybody else the conspiracy theorists.
I just like, they don't even, they do realize, I can't even say that, but bro, Charlie had Josh Hammer and what's the guy's name? I forgot what that guy's name is. Somebody's gonna remember. But that one debate that Charlie was the mediator. Like, those are two people that just did not like each other. And that's what Charlie did, bro. You disagree, you come to the front of the line. You disagree, you sit down and talk. Thank you, Dave Smith. What is happening right now? Like, I don't really understand TPUSA and Erika and everybody, bro. Like, sure, go in the opposite direction of Charlie's legacy. Whatever. What does that have to do with y'all just sitting down and talking? Dave Smith, thank you. What does that have to do with y'all just sitting down and just talking, bro? Like, just talk. What's going on? What's going through y'all's mind? What's like, what happened? TPUSA has become a closed off organization overnight. Used to talk about everything, used to know everything. And now all of a sudden everything is so private and nobody wants to talk and nobody wants to sit down and have a conversation anymore. It's insane, bro. I don't know. I mean, we know that they've turned into like some shills now, but man.
Honey Butter writes, my husband says it's definitely a glove that is used to denature alcohol to scrub Charlie's body. That's what my husband uses at work with his woodworking, and his gloves look exactly like that when he is done. We love you, Candace, praying always. God is in your corner. That's very interesting. As always, if you guys have any tips, people who might have more photos of the scene that day, particularly what took place at Timpanogos, if we can tighten that timeline, that would be very.
I don't know what that one picture is of, like, y'all know what I'm talking about. That thing on the ground. I don't know what that is, but I think that that glove has, the first thing that came to my mind is somebody used that glove to put them little fragments in Charlie and that bullet in Charlie. Now I feel like there probably should be maybe some blood on it. Maybe, I don't know. But that's the first thing that came to my mind when I saw that glove. I was like, yeah, that glove was definitely used to either pack Charlie down, or maybe it was used to put them fragments and that bullet in there. Because, bro, there's no 30-06 that's going to be found just beneath the skin. But y'all saw the prelim. The prelim, it was the whole round in Charlie. And pieces of fragments. Like, that's impossible, bro. That's impossible. The round and little bitty fragments, no. But Andrew Kovet's tweet said that the bullet was found just beneath the skin. If y'all remember that, right? Back in September, when Andrew Kovet said, I talked to the surgeon and blah, blah, blah. The bullet was found just beneath the skin. In the prelim, it looked like that. It looked to appear that way, but we know that that's impossible with a 30-06. So I think the glove was used for some packing of some fragments and bullets.
Helpful. We are now hearing from people who worked at other parts of the hospital saying that their computers were shut down for 6 hours. That's crazy. That makes no sense. They all feel like something strange happened on that day. The people that have reached out, not everyone. More tips at CandaceOwens.com. If you know anything, have more photos that we can display. If you caught something, if you are a federal government agent and you want to be a whistleblower, I mean, anybody who wants to come forward with information, we will accept it. And as always, if we get something wrong, we will pivot and we will correct it. And that includes Turning Point USA employees. If you are hearing the rumblings about anything, about what's going on there, and you've seen enough, reach out to us. More tips at CandaceOwens.com. We've got people there. We could always use more people who are interested in doing what Charlie would have done, fighting. Aunt Leash writes, doesn't that nitrile glove look like it's a little melted on the tip of one finger and the side of another? Nitrile would protect against chemical burns from explosive residue, but not from flames. Did they burn Charlie's shirt in the SUV? It's a question. It's a question. Did they burn Charlie's shirt in the SUV? Did somebody put on gloves because they were cutting Charlie's shirt and didn't want their prints on? Who knows? Could be, could also not be. I'm with you guys, thinking while it's still legal, thinking while it's permissible before they pretend.
I don't know either. I don't know either. These are the things that I battle with every now and then. I don't know why Ben would come on and say that. Doesn't really make sense. Yeah, those are the days. Those are the days where I'm like, bro, this don't even feel real, bro. This has to be some type of stage, some type of show, because Ben Shapiro voluntarily coming out and saying I had dinner with someone, and my team was on the phone with Charlie's team as they were on the way to the hospital. It was out of nowhere. Like you didn't say this for 10 months. You know what I mean? Like, why would you come out and say something like that that literally implicates you? And now, you know, Candace is like, oh, I know who he had breakfast with, and I don't know, man. That's so strange. That's not normal. That's not normal. That's not normal at all. I don't know why he would say that. It was a pre-recorded show. It'd be different if it was a live show, but it was pre-recorded where he said that. They went back and looked at it, and it was like, yeah, let's post that. I don't know. He probably feels untouchable. I mean, maybe be trying to set CO up to throw her off. Maybe, because it just that it doesn't really make any sense at all.
That the conspiracy is a crime in and of itself, that lives are being ruined because people are asking questions. I couldn't have said it more beautifully than Charlie about what they're actually doing. And, you know, Charlie said it all. He said it all. And I agree with him wholeheartedly. Thumbelina's Grace writes, thank you, Candace. We all miss Charlie. And lastly, this person, Nabi, writes, shout out to my wife, Ethiopian Queen. What impact do you have on this case? Is change possible? Is change possible? Yeah. In the end, we win. Truth always wins. I mean, this has been an example, just so we're clear, we had nothing on our side. No money, no bots, no Israel, no other countries trying to take you down. We didn't have a Department of Justice willing to work for us or, you know, post our stuff, Department of War, making things go viral. We had nothing but drive and a willingness to commit to truth. That's all we had. And that is what has kept people interested in this case. And I genuinely thank God for that. I thank God for that. I can't even imagine if Charlie, they had just accepted the Fed slop and that was it. And I think it's brought everyone closer as well. Like I said, left and right. And wherever Charlie is, hopefully, you know, Charlie gets to see this, to see the left and right come together, which is not something that either of he or I ever even strived for in the beginning. You know, we both played that game of left versus right. And now the picture is bigger and people on the left are holding Turning Point's feet to the fire. They're doing that.
Yeah.
And so I appreciate it all. And I do think change is possible, because to say that change is not possible to me would be like resigning and saying that Christ doesn't win in the end. He does. Christ is king. Anyway, you guys, if you would like to support our work that we do independent, we are a small team, and we always tell you the easiest way to support us is to head to CandaceOwens.com and to just buy some merch, buy any merch, buy a Candace cup. That's the signature. Obviously, buy a battle bun. Someone in the comments said you should have had your battle bun today. You can buy a battle bun mug. You can also join our book club, which has been a really fun read to introduce my book for the first time.
Yeah, man, that is interesting. Candace definitely went crazy. She went max tonight. I figured that article was gonna get a reaction out of her. And I mean, it was a nasty article. Erika definitely showed her true colors, which is something that we already knew. We already knew that she puts on a facade like she's the Christian woman that's always nice and kind. But the eyes give it away, bro. The eyes give it away. We know you're a lunatic. We know it. Everything you just said, I can imagine. There nothing about it is shocking at all. The eyes, the crazy eyes, and how she just gets all, bro. Not like, yeah, we knew. We already knew. But thank you for validating everything we've been saying. Because at one point in time, that was a conspiracy. Right, about Erika's behavior. I wonder what she's like, connecting the dots. Well, you just confirmed that. You confirmed that you are, in fact, a weirdo. Plenty of times, but let me see. There's some other things that I also want to share as well, because I was not expecting that. I knew she went crazy, but I definitely was not expecting that. But I'm glad. I'm glad that I was able to watch it with the Yap community. Blake, thank you for supporting the channel, man. I appreciate it. Her husband has bots and he's M16. Are you talking about Candace? I'm assuming you talk about Candace. The only thing that never made sense is their love story. I definitely don't understand it, but you know, I don't know. I don't have any reason to be like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense. No. Does it really matter to me? No, not really. All right. I got a couple of things to show as well. You say, yeah, you are talking about Candace. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know what that information would do for me as far as like, you know. At the end of the day, again, I'm a independent thinker for sure. So I don't rock with anybody 100% of the time. So if there's something off about Candace, I'm like, I mean, maybe, probably. So unless there's something else that you know you're trying to expose, I guess. But like if there's little things here and there about both of them, Candace or her husband, I'm like, I mean, yeah, maybe. Like I said, them getting together, I don't really get it, but you know, I listened to their story today, how they were, you know, they were only talking for like 18 days. And in those 18 days, they never really like, they didn't kiss. They didn't have like no romantic thing, you know what I mean? Like of like, oh, we spent the night with each other. We cuddled. It was like none of that, you know, and next thing you know, he was like, will you marry me? And she just automatically said yes on the spot. I'm like, okay, that's crazy. But hey, 5 kids later, married many years later, whatever. You know what I mean? I guess that don't make sense to me, but again, it ain't my life, so whatever, I guess. Okay, let me bring up some things that I wanted to share. Ooh, I gotta watch that later on. I don't know. I've been watching a lot of like Nolan Wells stuff. That whole fraudulent situation going on. All right. I seen something from X, and it was talking about Andrew Covet. Andrew Covet publicly acknowledged that he was the one texting Charlie. Let's just see, because I saved this last minute, but I want to play it because it seemed like it was important. Let's see really quick.
I want to address that point you just made. There are some people that are honestly skeptical. I've never had any ill will towards that crowd because I am that guy. You know, much has been made about this leaked group chat that got out where Charlie's talking about a Jewish donor.
Okay, so yeah, it is that the text that Charlie said you know lost $2 million or something like that for not canceling Tucker, leaving no choice but to lead, or left me no choice but to lead the pro Izzy cause. So that's what he's talking about,
right? And you know, Candace put that on her show.
So Charlie writes in this group chat, just lost another huge Jewish donor, $2 million a year because we won't cancel Tucker. I'm thinking of inviting Candace. Somebody writes, oh. Charlie writes, Jewish donors play into all of the stereotypes. I cannot and will not be bullied like this, leaving me no choice but to leave the pro-Israel cause. And somebody writes, a donor writes, please do not invite.
It's funny how they say Candace never brought anything to the table. She never brings anything. She doesn't bring any facts and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, Candace, I mean, we can go down a whole list. But Candace was the one that brought this main point of like this changed the entire narrative of his death. We had no idea that Charlie Kirk was getting off that plantation. And they all denied it until she came out with the receipts and was like, here you go. So it's crazy when they be like, oh, she's never brought anything. Okay, bro.
Candace, that might feel good short term, but it's not good long term, in my opinion. Like all groups,
you are right about that.
You're going to get a wide variety of opinions. That nasty free will thing that God bestowed on us makes life frustrating at times after the dust settles a bit, maybe.
that I've owned that publicly. That came from me, because when Charlie was killed, I was willing to look under every stone. I wanted to leave no stone unturned and ask every question. Was there a larger conspiracy? Was there foreign involvement? Was there a foreign nexus? Was there any of this stuff? I have gone down, when I tell you I have gone down every rabbit hole imaginable, I'm not just saying that. I have literally pushed and prodded on every piece of evidence that I know how to push on.
That's cap. How I know that's cap is because you said you sent it to Joe Kent, and Joe Kent came out and said pretty much everything that you're saying. Oh, we had a lot of leads. It could have been foreign involvement, all this other stuff. But Andrew Kovac, probably told by his bosses, but Andrew Kovac and Turning Point USA came out and just started bashing Joe Kent. Started disrespecting Joe Kent. He turned his back on Charlie. He's this, he's that. So how in the same breath are you saying you've tried to go down all of these different rabbit holes to figure out what happened? Joe Kent's trying to tell you, like, bro, there's a lot of rabbit holes to chase and go down. And y'all disrespected the hell out of him. So, same.
I want to address that point.
We would say same.
What ended up happening is the judge sort of split the bill.
SHIT, but a different toilet, because it really is the same stuff every day, bro. Same stuff every day. You're literally lying on camera, and these people are comfortable lying on camera too. They literally have an internet trail of contradictions, and they just don't care. They will come out and be like, nope, never said that before. And it's like, bro, you literally said it right here. Nah, nope. Like, I don't know if y'all saw Jack Pozovic the other day. I'm definitely not gonna play him. I'm so sick of him. When he was on with Piers Morgan, and they was calling him out, talking about, Jack, you literally was part of the Pizzagate conspiracy. You was pushing that. And Jack was like, no, I wasn't. And he was like making that face. You could tell he was lying. He was just like blinking. He was like, no, I wasn't. And then the guys was like, you literally was pushing the Pizzagate thing, bro. What are you? It ain't. Nope. No, I wasn't. And then he was like, so what was you doing there? I was just showing everybody that it was a real restaurant. I wasn't. And everybody was like, dog, you do know that video is still public. And so then people literally went back and found the video of him pushing the conspiracy. And they're like, dog, what is the world we live in right now? Where are we living? My fault. What are we living in right now? For Jack Pozovic and these people to be exposed on the same internet, and they're just like, nope, it wasn't me. That's the gaslighting part, because they really try to alter our reality and try to get us to deny our reality. When it's like, Jack, I'm literally looking at you on camera right here. That's you pushing a conspiracy. And they just, instead of them being like, yeah, that was me, and I actually changed. I was wrong. I should have never done that. Whatever the case may be, they literally be like, nope. Same as Erika. Same as the old TBUSA. That's what they do. Versus just coming out and just saying, yeah, I know what I said and I was wrong. All right, then this clip right here was going re-viral, if that's a word, but because this actually came out a long time ago. And Blake, if you still in here, Blake was pissed. I seen his ex, but this actually came out a long time ago, a couple months, probably like April, a few months, of this SEAL 6 Navy SEAL guy. That Candace played the other day, and he has a couple of different new things.
Word that Charlie Kirk got shot.
I'm gonna play it. He has a couple of different new interviews as well, a couple clips, but I want to replay some of this just in case anybody else hasn't seen this yet. But listen to what this guy had to say about Charlie getting popped.
General, same to you. So this rifle, this 30-06, it's a powerful rifle. What do you make of this narrative that the bullet might have hit Charlie's spine, which would explain why the damage wasn't what you would typically see with a rifle like that from that range?
No, that's not what happened. And this is the thing that hurts here is, and what bothers me the most out of it.
Wait, did you say, General, you don't think that's what happened?
Absolutely not. I'm with Rob. Something exploded.
Oh, where's his part? I want to hear his part.
All of this. Why would you do that?
Well,
why?
I'm sure everybody saw that already. Let me play some clips that some people probably haven't seen yet, though.
I was sent word that Charlie Kirk got shot and he was in critical condition. And with the video, the moment I saw it was, wow, that's an exit wound coming out of his neck. And the way his
and yeah, the last video was hilarious. I don't know if anybody peeped, but Buddy right here is like that. You know, like as far as really in the field, catching bodies in real life, like what these rappers swear they live like, but this guy's actually doing it in real life. What was very telling for me is how he chuckled when he commented on the amount of bodies he has. That's when I was like, yeah, this dude's crazy. he literally was like, yeah, he definitely was not shot with a 30-06. That's not what happened at all. That was clearly an exit wound. Like, shoot. Dude, I shot plenty of dudes that was at the same range as that camera. And he's like laughing about it. I'm like, oh yeah, this guy's crazy. That was a flashback. I don't know if anybody peeped that, but that was a flashback when he chuckled and said, I've killed many people at the range of how close that camera was to Charlie. I was like, yeah, I believe him. I believe him.
The moment I saw it was, wow, that's an exit wound coming out of his neck. And the way his shirt moved, there was an impact nearby. I've killed a lot of people closer than that cameraman.
See, he didn't laugh that time, but he laughed in the other video. And I was like, yeah, this guy's crazy right here.
And I've seen what happens. I've seen entry wounds and exit wounds. Immediately, it didn't make sense.
Yeah, the guy that took out Osama bin Laden. Yeah, this is the guy. Yes.
Sense. And then, then we got a different shooter. The FBI announces they got him. Then the guy running on the roof, the 30-06, how this dude, he took it apart, he put it together, he got a scope on there, took a cold bore shot, took it apart, jumped down the roof, put it together, wrapped it up. All of the texts he's sending that don't sound like any 22-year-old I know. And that's enough. And I'm on the side of the simplest thing is usually what happened. But the moment you ask a question, you get torn down. And it's like, even with, if I said it doesn't make sense, I'm like, why are you saying Israel did it? I'm like, I didn't say that. I'm just saying it doesn't look good. And the second you bring it up, okay, is it? I mean, and with AI and me, especially like with the Bin Laden right now, if I don't see it, I need verification somehow. But when so I wasn't there, so I can't say anything for certain. But is it true that as soon as he was down, his security team took his lapel mic off, gave it to someone else that ran off? What did they do with the SIM card? Did someone take that camera that was right behind him down? Why did they contaminate a crime scene immediately? Is it paved over? Did they rebuild it? Is all of that true? I don't know. But the second you ask, I'm anti-Semitic, and I'm like, I didn't even bring up Israel. Why are you bringing up Israel? Is someone getting paid to defend them for something I'm not even talking about? And all of a sudden, I'm a conspiracy theorist. It's like, no, I've killed a bunch of people for the country. A great American was killed in front of everyone in America. He was for this country. I would like to know why, and stop bullshitting me.
Facts. Now, what was interesting about this guy as well, Rob O'Neill. I don't want to keep saying this guy. Clearly, he is
whether or not it's 30-06.
Provided some great service to this country. He actually went head to head with Jack Posobiec today. I want to see if I can find it really quick. Here it is right here. I have not got to watch this yet, but they have exchanged tweets back and forth. So I'm curious on how this went. He went head to head with Jack Posobiec today.
And made some very choice admissions about Epstein.
Why does that keep happening, bro? I did not give you permission to do that. So let's see what he had to say. Or let's see what him and Jack had to go toe to toe about. Where is it at?
SEAL Team 6 member, the man who shot Osama bin Laden, the great Rob O'Neill. Rob, always good to see you. Welcome back.
Great to see you, Ed. Thanks for having me.
What's your take? Another ceasefire or all-out war?
I'm hoping for a ceasefire. This administration has been really good at holding the cards to their chest. There's stuff going on behind the scenes for sure.
Hold on. I don't want to talk about Iran. I'm so over that. Where's Jack Posobiec? Here we go.
Camera, and I've never seen a shirt.
Here we go.
A few months ago here on Newsmax went viral. Let's listen to that.
And I'm just saying, I've been in a lot of shootings. I've killed more than a handful of people, and this thing looked shady off the bat. I mean, I've killed people closer than I saw the camera, and I've never.
Did you peep this? The chuckle? That's what I'm talking about. The dude is crazy.
Seen a shirt move. I mean, I've killed people closer than I saw the camera.
Bro, this dude is crazy. That was a flashback. Okay, that was a flashback of back in the day and him just obliterating and blowing somebody's brains out with that chuckle. That is crazy. I believe him. Anything he say, I believe you, bro. I believe you.
And I've never seen a shirt move like that. That looks like an explosion to me. Just the fact that no one started doing first aid to Charlie Kirk, they were more concerned about getting SIM cards out of cameras.
A lot of people have had skepticism. We've now had these preliminary hearings before the trial. And earlier this hour, we had Jack Posobiec, one of Charlie's friends, here live. We played that clip. Here's what he said.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just love to ask Rob if he has any evidence to back anything of that up. I mean, we saw from the autopsy that it was a 30 caliber bullet. Those fragments were recovered. A 30-06 rifle was recovered. The DNA was a match to Tyler Robinson.
So as I said, you spoke in April. Let's be fair that now it's the summer. We've seen some evidence. Is what Jack's saying, what we heard in court, does that alleviate any of your concerns, or are you more skeptical than ever that it might not be Tyler Robinson?
No, it could be Tyler Robinson. I just don't think he got shot. I don't think Charlie Kirk got shot the way they're saying. That's all. As a sniper with a bunch of kills up close and Jack having, I don't do the research on this either, but Jack has 0. So let me be the man in the room for a second. He looked off.
Listen, you tell him. You tell him, Rob. Anybody that chuckle about a memory of killing somebody, listen, bro, you got the floor. Please inform us. Let us know about what that looks like. Cause yeah, get this off your chest, brother. I cannot believe I've never in my life, I did not come from the hood and I'm a suburb baby and all that. So I'm lived a beautiful, blessed life. This is crazy. I have never in my life heard anybody say, like, yeah, bro, like, bro, I got killed plenty of people. That's not how somebody dies. What?
It looked off. It seems like a cover-up. That's it. I'm not saying who did it. I mean, if their guy did it, as a sniper, someone with kills, I saw that happen. Wow, that looked off. I don't like rewatching it. I knew Charlie Kirk. Yeah. This isn't fun for me, but I'm not going to just see something and have a bunch of people with no experience really killing people tell me that I'm wrong. I'm not wrong. That's it. I'm not getting into it.
Bro, this dude is crazy. He has experience. Oh, I got experience like playing basketball, right? Like that's my experience. I got a lot of years of doing that. His experience eliminating people. That is just like beyond the life that I don't know, I expect a normal person to live. That's like in another lifetime. In another lifetime, I might be a hitman because this a legal one like this guy. But this is crazy. He's like, just let me talk, man. I got a lot of experience killing people. Just sit this one out. That's crazy.
I'm not trying to prove anything. That was a weird angle.
Yeah. So last thing, the trial's expected in September. What would maybe assuage your concerns? What, given your experience that I don't have, others in the audience don't have, what would you want to see at trial that might help us decide, was Tyler the assassin or not?
How about an honest dialogue? That's about it. People that ask questions with actual experience, not getting screamed down. Stuff like that. Just an honest question. I mean, if you ask any question, it's immediately you're blaming someone else. No, I'm not. I saw something happen to Charlie Kirk's neck. I don't think he got shot. That's all I said.
All right. Well, we've always give you the First Amendment right to speak out, and we appreciate your vast experience and your service to this great country. You're a patriot, and we'll continue.
Do you really appreciate his services? Because I don't think y'all hear him. I don't think y'all hear him, bro. Because I am. Listen, he's gonna be the first person I listen to if when it comes to anybody dying. If he come out and say, "Listen, bro, I done killed a lot of people. Okay, closer than you can ever imagine. Charlie ain't get shot. Dog, I'm listening to him. I'm listening to him. That's gonna be he gonna be on my news station every week. Like this is what the veterans are for. When the veterans give advice, you take it. You take, like when Joe Kent is giving people advice, giving the world advice, giving Trump advice about not going in what's this Iran war and all these different things. You take it. You take it. This guy sitting here like, bro, that was an exit wound. Imagine somebody coming, like, imagine in a perfect world, this guy coming out and saying, bro, that was an exit wound. You know how many people I killed? That was an exit wound. Everybody in the world should have said, what? Erika, TV USA, everybody should have came out and said, what? This guy, I mean, listen, I don't know him, but I need to. Because he know what he's talking about. Tell us more. Tell us more. And nobody cares. Rob O'Neill has a meltdown. I mean, he didn't have a meltdown when asked by Jack Posobiec about the evidence. Where's Jack asking though? Let me see if I can find it still, because I saw something about them two going at it, but maybe it was not over a live stream or a video. I'm looking really quick. But I don't know. You would think that somebody like him with his resume, you would think that people would listen to him. Wait, what? That's not the same video. Jack Posobiec said, let me share what he said. Jack Posobiec said, can't answer a question, falls back on personal attacks, trying to shut down any dialogue. I stuck to evidence, not a good look. And he tags him. But
to me
of that up. I mean,
was Tyler?
It's immediately you're blaming.
Yeah, he didn't. Oh man, that's so weak, bro. He didn't attack
SEAL
anybody.
Team 6 member, the man who shot Osama bin Laden, the great Rob O'Neill. Rob, always good to see you. Welcome back.
He didn't attack anybody, but Jack's being Jack. I do know one thing.
Erika,
Gary, Jack. I think Jack's a veteran too. I think, bro, they ain't got nothing on that dude. I can tell you that right now. Andrew Colette, sit this one out, brother. Sit this one out. There ain't no point in you commenting at all. But Gary and all them just need to go ahead and sit this one out. Let me see if I got some more.
I went and put
because I definitely do. Why is the audio automatically playing, bro? Relax.
I want to address that.
Relax. Relax. All right. Oh, so y'all saw what I want to show y'all this right here. Let me show you a little back and forth between Jack and what's his name? I keep forgetting. Rob. Jack and Rob. All right, look at this back and forth between Jack and Rob. Oh, wait, what? Oh, there you go. All right, so somebody was mimicking Rob right here. I'm a sniper who's killed a lot of people close up. What? And then Jack's laughing right here, talking about he make too much Huya there. Rob responds. He says, "It means I'm a sniper and I've killed people up close, Jack. Stop being cute. This isn't an effing game." Listen, you better chill out, Jack. I believe him, bro. This ain't somebody I'm trying to beef with at all. I'll be the first person like, "Hey, bro, you got it. You got it. You got it, bro." I definitely don't want them problems.
Wyatt went and put.
All right. The video is clear that he saw license plates. He saw his face. All right, so I'm playing some things. Oh my gosh, can they stop doing that? Why is the volume automatically playing? I'm gonna play a few things that I've been getting sent on X and TikTok. So it's gonna be a couple of random things, but I definitely got to get them off because I don't want to wait too many days to play them. Here's a clip somebody sent me. Says, says this video was so clear that they saw license plates in his face, or it was too far away to see his face. Both were mentioned in under a minute. Get your story straight, bud. It can't be both. This is Andrew COVID again. Let's see what Andrew COVID is talking about.
What ended up happening is the judge sort of split the baby and presented the raw video surveillance footage. They had a whole edited one that was shown to the court after and to the media that was there, but it was not broadcast publicly. That was kind of like a John Madden style video where there was, red circles where the suspect was walking on campus, or it was zoomed in and enhanced in some sort of way. And the family got to see that. The media got to see that after the cameras turned off on Friday. And I'm told it's, remarkably clear. You can see license plates. You can see his face. You can actually see him kind of roll onto the roof, the Losi Center, assemble the rifle.
You cannot see his face, bro. You cannot see his face. Why are you lying, bro? The blatant lying is crazy.
Move into position, get into the prone. You can't see his face because it's so far away, but you see the.
You just said you can see his face. What?
Moment where the shot position, get into the roll onto the roof, the Losi Center, assemble the rifle, move into position, get into kind of roll onto the roof. You can actually see him kind of roll onto the roof.
No. He said
the Losi. Remarkably clear. You can see license plates. You can see his face.
You can see his face. He just said that. Okay, continue.
You can actually see him kind of roll onto the roof, the Losi Center, assemble the rifle, move into position, get into the prone. You can't see his face because it's so far away, but
you can't see his face. These people, bro.
You see the moment where the shot we know happened, and you see him immediately run off. And so, yeah, I mean, there's a mountain of evidence here, and I just wish it would have happened months ago. But nevertheless, I'm grateful that information's got out there.
So what happened here? I can sum that up. He said a bunch of bull BS, and when he realized that he contradicted himself and nothing made any sense, he just said at the end the cop out statement. There's a mountain of evidence. I just wish it all came out. Brother, what you just said don't make any sense at all. What are you talking about? If it was a mountain of evidence, then why did you just say something that just didn't make any sense? Why did you just contradict yourself? That was strange.
Ended up happening is the judge sort of split the baby and presented.
Stop it, X. Stop doing that, bro. That is annoying. All right, let me see what else y'all sent me. That is crazy. Let's see. Oh yeah. Someone sent me this clip of Gary and Valhalla Nate. Well, Nate is his name, but Valhalla is the YouTube channel. Someone sent me this video of them two talking. And this was very, very, very early on. And you'll be able to tell and notice because Gary is very different. I'm gonna just play it. You'll be able to know immediately what I'm talking about. One of these individuals, you're gonna be like, who is that? That doesn't make any sense.
Whether or not it's 30-06, and I'm perfectly fine entertaining those things as well. But regardless,
we'll talk about that a little bit later.
We have a rifle round that we're saying that, you know, we have a direct neck shot. Well, any rifle round, I don't care if it hits vertebrae, whatever else, we're going to have an exit wound. And that exit wound is going to be significantly larger than the entrance wound. We're going to see profuse bleeding right away, just like we saw. Everything that we saw in the front, we're going to see at least that in the back, and we never see that. There's footage.
And probably more extensive. That exit wound is going to be 2 to 3 times the size. It's going to rip and tear tissue with it. To your point, I didn't know that there was no exit wound until you brought that up to me. That changes a lot of possibilities here for me. To your point, 30-06, I've got 2 Browning Belgian-made 30-06s. You shoot a deer in the rib cage and it's going through both ribs. So no, a human vertebrae is not stopping a 30-06 round at 200 meters. It's just physically not a thing.
And for everybody else saying, you know, it hit his collarbone. A collarbone is not going to deflect around like that at 30-06 either, or really even any.
Maybe a pistol round. Maybe you could entertain. A high-powered rifle round is not going to.
Who is this Gary right here? This ain't the Gary I know. You quite different. Pockets ain't as heavy.
Deflect like that off collarbone. So let's
that collarbone was there.
Let's start because again, and so everybody knows, when I first saw the footage and I first saw the shots and along with a weapon, Gary, I think we're both in agreement. There is a 0% chance this is a direct hit to the neck with a 30.
There's no way Gary says that, right? There's no way Gary says there's 0% chance.
The odd 6 round.
I think there's 0%.
I don't think this 0%.
Yeah.
So if this isn't a direct hit to the 30-06 with the 30-06 round, we have two possibilities here. One, he was shot with a different caliber round, direct hit, much smaller caliber round to not leave an exit wound, pistol round, right? Now we're talking handgun potentially. Is we're kind of excluding the idea that it's a direct shot from 200 meters from a round the size of a 30-06 round. I don't think that's a possibility.
No, I think we're
wow. Now we just had Gary play on the we just listening to Gary in the last Yappisode where coincidentally Nate, guy on the left right here, he made a video recreating the shot that Tyler Robinson took, allegedly, all of that stuff, to the best of his ability. We just watched that in the last Yappisode. You can go check that out, where Nate recreates to the best that he can that day, trying to replicate everything, the distance, the slope, the bullet, the gun, and he uses all types of stronger things other than a human neck. And every single time it went through and through. But the reason I'm bringing that up is because Gary watched it. Gary reacted to it. He has a video up of him reacting to Nate's video. This just happened. And the entire time, Gary is criticizing Valhalla. And he's like, oh, he's doing it wrong. And that's not an accurate representation. And he complained the whole video. Yet Gary does not have a single video of him getting out in the field trying to educate us on what made you change your mind on this 30-06. Because at one point in time, this was you, Gary. And then all of a sudden he went to UVU. He came back, pockets heavy, and now he pushing 30-06 down everybody's throat. Talking about, oh, it definitely happened, and this happened, and this happened. Okay, bro, well, get out in the field and show us how it's done. Show us how it's possible. Nate's doing it. Then it's funny because Gary also said in that same video, Gary was like, it's a 1 in a billion shot. So the one time that it happened, you're going to sit here and make it seem like I should for sure perfectly understand it. And Gary said it out of his mouth is a 1 in a billion shot. Okay, so don't sit here and act like you can explain the 1 in a billion shot, bro. And that's what Gary tries to do. He tries to get us to all understand on how 30-6 can get stuck in the neck. And I'm like, bro, okay, bro. Nobody should take Gary serious. Until Gary gets out in the field and puts his name to use, Paramount Tactical, and educate us on some ballistics, until he go out there and get out in the field and educate us on that, nobody should take him serious. He's a podcast queen. He flap his gums and he do all the yapping just like me, except look at my wall. I just got my lovely Yap community listeners up here. I ain't got no guns on my wall. None of that. I can't teach you anything. I got mine locked up in my little safe and do what it do when I need it. I ain't got nothing on my wall saying that I should be educating anybody on ballistics. He got all of this behind him. I ain't got it showing up on the screen, but he got all them guns behind him. And not one time in 10 months has he ever went out in the field and said, let me show my audience how 30-6 can get stuck. Like, I get more. We talked about this in the last episode. I get more information from that one guy on Instagram that say, I'm about to shoot 32 frying pans and I'm going to see what can stop a bullet. And he goes all through all the calibers, and 30-6 is one of them. I get more information from him about 30-6s than Gary. And I figure out what can stop a 30-6. Gary ain't done nothing. He's just a podcast queen. He wakes up every day to criticize Candace Owens. Every day, every morning, he posts about her. You don't do nothing else. Just change your name, bro. Podcast Tactical. Something.
I want to address that.
Let me see if I got. Bro, stop, X. You are getting annoying doing that. Let me see. The Yap map is lethal. He got 7K reasons to see their truth. That's funny. The Garrison Project, thank you for supporting the channel. I appreciate it. Love your work and this community across Truther channels. Thank you. Thank you for supporting. And absolutely, the Yap community is top tier. We are one of a kind over here, for sure. There was something that happened today that I want. I'm trying to remember. Candace went berserk today. I'm seeing all her clips go crazy on X. She went nuts today. Frank Turek, I don't want to see you on my screen, brother. Let me see. If I can't find it, it is all good. No worries at all. Because Candace covered a lot today anyway. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. We'll get to the Yap community, see what y'all been talking about, what y'all been yapping about before we get out of here. Before we get to the Yap community and to the comments, make sure you guys hit the like button on your way in or on your way out. Let's see how many likes we get right now. Let's set a goal. We at 107. Oh, come on. We at 107 right now. It's 327, 81. It's 400 people listening in the Yap community with 107 likes. Hit that like button, please. I'm begging you. Let's get. Well, I mean, we can get to like really. The goal should be like 150. I feel like that's generous. 400 people listening, 107 likes. I feel like 150 is reasonable, but I'm gonna say like 120. Can we get 13 more likes? Is that fair? Is that fair? I'm just asking for 13. That's all. All right. Let's get to the Yap community, see what y'all been talking about. I know it's been a lot tonight. Obviously, I'm not gonna be able to get to every single comment, but I'm gonna do the best that I can. Let me put this over here. Oh, that's even better. Absolutely. All right. No, that ain't better. My fault. I was trying to get the comments in a better angle. All right. Pulling the Candace on us. The Yap band, you got to get old enough with that one. Miss CO today. It's the language they use in the article for me. The bridge has been blown up, and Erika hates Candace so much she will explode. Nothing about that article is Christ-like. Oh, my fault. I forgot cameras on the desk. I agree. I thought the headline was crazy work to say all of that. That was very diabolical-ish. They let you go 2 weeks past due date. I was exactly 2 weeks late with both kids, had to be induced. Yeah, I mean that's what we thought too, but they told us that it's gonna be this week. Because technically she's 40 now, so I think next week would be 1. So we'll see. We'll see what they say on Thursday if something don't happen. I'm on the treadmill. Man, I love that. I love to see y'all getting active while listening to the Yap community, while listening to a Yappisode. Yep, it's the mad black woman. They are trying so hard, so hard. No one would do that for Joe Rogan or Sean Ryan. Yeah, I mean, that's what I said. I'm definitely not somebody that's like into the whole victim mentality thing, but I can't help but to actually, Ashley, what's going on? I can't help but to think, that it kind of plays into that narrative on why they go so hard on Candace. I don't see anybody else coming out wanting to stick their neck out there to look like, maybe not look like Candace, but to be on that side. That's why I say Tucker Carlson not coming out. Megyn Kelly doesn't want to be that person. She wants to pretend like she'll be that person. No, she don't. Nobody wants to be the villain. So it's weird. She had millions before her death. I love how they try to minimize her status. Yeah, I mean, she was already popping. Everybody know that though. When that's their only comeback is to minimize everything she's done, her career. I think it's also, it's very telling and disrespectful to Charlie's legacy too, because even Charlie know Candace was big. Erika hates Candace because she knows deep down Charlie and Candace loved each other genuinely. Yeah, that was a great friendship that she was jealous of, in my opinion. I think that when she came into the picture, she saw how close Charlie was with Candace, and she did not like that. And naturally, sometimes that happens when girlfriends or boyfriends come into the picture, and then their girlfriend or boyfriend has a best friend that's of the opposite sex, and jealousy can happen and stuff like that. So I wouldn't say that's the weirdest thing in the world, but in Charlie's case, they definitely did their best to isolate Charlie and get people around him away from him that would preach common sense to his ear or keep him grounded or keep him on game, which that was Candace. Candace was trying to tell him and teach him about everything, the shady people, the dirty money, because Charlie wasn't perfect. So when people try to get on us when we say like Charlie was naive, it's no disrespect. He's a human. Everybody's been naive at one point in time. He was smart in a lot of different ways, but I think he was naive when it comes to some of these things. People, choosing his wife, maybe her past, all that. Check this out. All right, let's see what you got. I don't know how to. Something from Diligent Denizens X. I don't know how to copy and paste through what I'm using. So let me just pull up Diligent Denizen. What you got? Uh, 207-975-967. That's tough. You might have to send it to me another way, or tag it again in the YouTube comments or something. It's the only thing I can think of. I can't like click on a direct link in here to check it out. But if it is about the employee from the smokehouse, yeah, I believe him. I think we talked about that a couple of episodes ago. I believe Diligent Denizen, and obviously that creates a lot of holes in the timeline, which nothing's gonna happen. Nobody's gonna care. We'll know, but clearly they don't care. Who the heck was Erika to any of us? We knew who Candace was. EK is the grifter, Sig Psycho. Just started using X recently, created a long time ago. I don't know if I started following you yet. I appreciate it. Tonight was actually the first night of going live on X. I don't know why I never thought about linking the or adding the destination, the X destination. But yeah, tonight's the first night that we are YouTube and X at the same time, and TikTok as well. So welcome, X family. The most toxic platform. Can you believe she has the nerve to hate Candace for telling the truth? Why should Candace lie for her? You know, at first I couldn't believe it, maybe a long time ago, but at this point in the game, yeah, I think that was expected. Sounds like they are setting up her career to run with Vance. Absolutely. And I think they will still do it. Because I think the theme since Charlie Kirk died is like, we can do what we want, slap in the face. Y'all can't do nothing about it. That's been the theme with Iran and all this other stuff too. So I think that they'll still do it and somehow still get votes and all of that. So yeah, I think she's still gonna be VP or at least run with him. I will vote Kamala before I ever vote Erika as even as VP. Knowing her BB connection, I will not be voting at all. But I agree. If I had to, man, that's so tough. I'd have to give it to Kamala though. I would have to. Let's see. Just sending good vibes. I appreciate that. Facts. I was getting goosebumps too. She was going in. That was a bar. There's no substance in you. Oh my gosh. Are you saying I'm empty? Cause that she killed that. Yep, Charlie did cook them too. Charlie from beyond the grave, absolutely cook. I never seen that clip either. She pulled that out the archives. Michael knows Candace's kid's godfather. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm definitely I'll be the first person to be honest with y'all. All of it's strange to me. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get George and her story, but it worked out, I guess. Michael Knowles being the godfather, but he works for the Daily Wire and he never defends Candace on anything because he works for the Daily Wire. Like but behind the scenes, they're probably cool. Brandon Tatum, you know, her and Brandon Tatum are extremely cool. You know, those are the things that I'm like, bro, I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Strange, I don't know. Jay was right about making Kelly gut don't lie. Come on now. Come on. Hey, unfortunately, I don't want to be right. I would love to be wrong about Tucker. But so far, that's all I'm gonna say. So far it ain't looking too. and this is very true. Megan Kelly was a fraud from the get-go. This is very true. She just tried to come out and pretend like she was something else. But that's what I mean. Like her and Tucker dang near had the same type of thing, bro. Both of them came from Fox. Then they both got their own thing, and then they both tried to just pretend like they was in this awakening. And I'm telling you, when you really, really sit back and think about it, you like, hold on, bro, Tucker, you might, you know what I mean? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Yeah, that was embarrassing. Let's not talk about that ever again. Let's not talk about that ever again. So glad I found your channel. I appreciate you. Thank you for finding the Yap community. We appreciate you for we appreciate you for stopping by. Hopefully you join the community as far as listening all the time. We go live multiple times a week. Don't let this be the last time you stop by in the neighborhood. Great point. Theory J, supposedly the bullet hit his C6 and then turned and went downwards, impossible with a 30-06, even from 400 feet. Yeah, like, come on, bro. Like, is comical of what they're trying to sell us. That's just not it's not happening. It's not possible. Are we in the same simulation for real? I'm telling you, man, these people, the way they be gaslighting is crazy. Jack is so creepy. He is very. Liar, blink on fire. That's funny. Just blink faster. Bro, y'all are hilarious. Yeah, Gary was not on board. He got 7K reasons to see the truth. not realizing how badly he's roasting Gary. He doesn't have followers anymore to put on the wall. Oh my gosh, man. Y'all crack me up. How do you like on YouTube? A heart? Yes, indeed. Yes. What is it, Ashley? Yes, ma'am. The heart, or I think it's a thumbs up, actually. Yeah, it's the thumbs up. The thumbs up at the bottom of the video, right under the title. It's a picture of Erika saying tequila makes her gay. Yeah, I saw that. I mean, you know, she hasn't deleted any of those things, but yeah, she thinks she's gonna run for vice president. Like, bro, you still got half naked pictures all over the place, weird pictures, weird conversation with 15-year-old girls. I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Ever since Charlie died, we're living in a different simulation now. Like, these people don't care about any of that. They're like, no, we want to show y'all that it don't matter. We gonna run the country, and you're gonna know how corrupt and dirty we are, and you ain't gonna do a thing about it. It's crazy. My son's birthday is Friday. He will be 14. Hopefully him and the new baby will be birthday buddies. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. And happy early birthday to your son. And I would definitely keep y'all updated as well on our journey over here. And it's gonna get crazy. What is it now? Tuesday. I'm staying home, so I'm not no cardio tomorrow. I'll probably be on a Peloton, but no cardio tomorrow as far as going somewhere. So we might go live again tomorrow. Might go live all week until the new baby gets here. I don't know, but I'm definitely I have more time on my hands because we're sitting around waiting. So make sure you guys turn your notifications on. Don't forget to hit the like button. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this Yappisode. I definitely had a ball chopping it up with y'all, listening to Candace go crazy. Make sure you guys hit the sub button as well if you are new to the community, to the neighborhood. We are on the road to 25K. Again, if you want to support the channel in any way, there's Buy Me a Coffee link, JD Yapper 1. You can also become a member and join the Yap family on here as well. Let's see, turn your notifications on, like I said. That way you can be notified the next time we go live. I try to make sure that it's earlier in the day so you can know versus like 2 hours before it start. I try to do like a decent amount of time. So make sure you turn your notifications on so you can know that we might go live tomorrow. It depends. We'll see. I will keep y'all posted with the new baby updates because that is coming sometime this week. And again, once that happens, nothing will, change. We still gonna be pumping out content, doing stuff like we usually do. But might have to modify a couple of different things, try to figure out new routines, obviously with the new baby. Lives might be earlier, who knows? So I'll communicate that to the best of my ability when all of that come. But outside of that, I hope y'all have a great rest of y'all's night, especially the ones that are on the West Coast and not the East Coast, because y'all night really just started. So I'm jealous of that. I hope y'all have a great Wednesday. I love y'all, and I would see y'all on the next one.